Yes, people, what's going on? We're back again with another one. Rants and Gunner in the building. What's happening, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm melting. Heat wave level 100 out here, mate. Jesus Christ, nearly 40 degrees, man.
Fucking hell, that's
It
decent.
is hot, bro. I've had about 4 showers today already. Got the aircon on, and I'm still hot.
Yeah, but at least you got aircon. To be fair, it's not too mad. It's like only like 27 here. It's nice and warm. It's not crazy though. It's all right.
Yeah, that's decent in England. 27.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
about perfect, isn't it?
That's what I mean. It's not sticky and mad. You get me? But it's warm enough.
Yeah, I'll tell you what is sticky, mate. Arsenal's transfer business this summer.
What's going on? I heard you man are signing strikers for the women's team, but not the men's team and that.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah, somebody brought to my attention a minute ago on my stream saying after the Bayern Munich game where we got knocked out, Super Duper Mick said that we haven't got the luxury of a 30 to 40 goal a season striker because he was talking about Harry Kane. Yeah, well, why haven't we gone and bought one then? Because there's plenty of strikers out there who could bag at least 25 goals. Yeah, especially with the amount of chances we create. So why haven't we gone and bought one? Instead, he's gone out and bought another defender when we already had the best defence in the league, and then he's going to go and buy a midfielder who's got the best ball recoveries and the best aerial duels, but has got 59% pass accuracy at the Euros and 76% all season, bro. Yeah, but he's a good defensive box-to-box midfielder, good one, mate. He don't score any goals, he can't create, and he can't pass the ball, but he can win the ball back. So where are we scoring from? Because none of our players create any chances, bro, apart from Odegaard. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, like, all of our players, they're all 6 foot and below. So why haven't we gone out there and brought an Alvaro Morata, the Dominic Solanke, even though I don't rate them two that highly? Like, it's a different option to have up front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Forget Solanke for 1 second because he's going to cost a lot of money, 60 odd M's. Yeah, mate, we could have got Alvaro Morata for 13 million euro. He's proven he can do it.
He's gone what, to AC, innit?
He's gone AC, bro. That's one of the bargains of the summer. I don't particularly rate him that well, yeah. But bro, when he's on it, he's on it. Everyone misses chances, of course they do, yeah, right. But when that guy is on a roll, he's on a roll, bro. Yeah, and throw the ball in the box when you're 1-1 at the end of the game, and he'll win you a header. Even if you don't score it, it caused panic, innit? Yeah, we need that type of Giroud-esque, like just a target type of player. We ain't got that, bro. We've got.
You just need a proper striker, to be honest. Even if he's not an absolute world beater, yeah, he's still a proper centre forward, and that's something that you don't really have. So, because Jesus ain't that either, so he would have just been a good option, even if it was a plan B. Better to have a plan B.
Facts. Our plan B is just throw on as many forwards as we can and hope for the best. That is literally our plan B. And watching us against Liverpool the other night, bro, we got Jesus up front. Somebody check his passport, bro, because he ain't Brazilian. Yeah, that guy's Bolivian, bro. There's no way that guy. And the thing is, he even said that his forte is not scoring goals.
Yeah, he's falling off a cliff, to be honest.
Then he plays 29 in midfield. Why? We have midfielders sat on the bench. Yeah, and then 29 scores his goal by being in the 6-yard box. It just makes sense, bro. Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. Thomas Partey looked like he was absolutely finished. Yeah, Odegaard running around like a headless chicken doing nothing. Yeah, I didn't even know he was on the pitch half the game. Yeah, and then Ben White doing Ben White stupidness at times. Like, we know he's got a bit of a bozo gene in him every now and again. And like, bro, I just look here and I think this season's going to be a very, very long season. We looked absolutely worn out the other night. We looked knackered, bro. We looked so far off the pace, it was crazy. We had 2 shots on target all game, and one was the goal. Against a Liverpool team that at the end of the game, the last 10 minutes of the game, were playing their D team. Like, real talk, bro. Like, they knocked us out the cup with their C team last season. Yeah, that team they had out the other night. Bro, they had Jota. If Jota had his shooting boots on, he would have bagged a hat-trick in that game.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, he hit the post, he probably should have scored. And again, Zinchenko keeping everyone on side. Now the fan base online are all turning on Zinchenko. Well, hello, I did tell you all. Yeah, but Mikel wants him. I want him. What happened to that?
Yeah,
what happened to that? But now they've got a nice shiny new toy with long hair and a headband, and now all of a sudden they don't care about Zinchenko anymore. And it's like, round and round and round we go, bro. We're going to sign this Mikel Merino. Yeah, and for what? He don't score many goals. I think he scored 5 all season last season in La Liga. Yeah, he don't create a lot, and his passing's average. So where we go with this? Like, is he better than Xhaka? No. Yeah, and I
Nah,
don't think Xhaka like that.
it's a Xhaka mold, innit? Like left-footed.
Mm.
Yeah.
For me, with the money, and this is a thing as well, right? If you look at the top 6 clubs, 5 of them are owned by Americans, and most of them top 6 clubs have hardly spent any money. Yeah, do they know something we don't, bruv?
I've no idea.
Like, because it looks a bit sus, isn't it? Yeah, but we're talking about six of the biggest clubs in world football, bro, and apparently we've all got no money at the same time.
But you know what it is, though. To be fair, yeah, I think the new rules, the new rules in terms of how you can spend money in it. Like, I think that's what stopped a lot of people from spending money, and that's why a lot of these guys were unhappy and they wanted the Super League in it, and they're trying to kind of protest against the new PSR rules, bro. I think that's why people can't spend. I think that's what
I kind of hear that. Yeah, but I just googled it because I'm sure I was right. I wanted to check it. PSR was introduced by the Premier League clubs back in 2013. 2 years after UEFA made waves by finally introducing FFP to its own competitions. Yeah, 6 clubs voted against the proposals, and Reading abstained. Yeah, but the system remains in place today, bro. That article was written 27th of June this year. PSR has been in this league for 11 years, right? So how comes it's now a massive thing now? Yeah, and started to come out, and everyone's talking about it since November, because the January transfer window was the worst I've ever seen, and this summer window has been the worst summer window I've seen. Yeah, so why is it now all of a sudden PSR is now the biggest talking point when it's been here for 11 years?
I think maybe because the market has gone insane, and it's just not sustainable no more. Like, player prices are way higher than they have been here for meaty players. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to spend more to get these players. Do you know what I mean? You have to spend more to get less. So the PSR thing doesn't really go along with the inflation, innit? The inflation in the market has gone crazy, and that's what I think it is, really.
See, I kind of agree with that, but then that makes me think: why did we go and do 65 million on the German giraffe? Why did we go?
You shouldn't have, but why did we do 60 million on Mason Mount? Who fucking knows, bro? You know what I mean? Why did we do 85 million on Anthony? Who fucking knows? Like, this is the thing, bro.
And then this is the problem with our clubs, especially. We waste so much money on bang average players, bro. Yeah, you've got Mason Mount there on 60, and he's on what, 200 grand a week?
250.
There you go. Him and 29's on 280 is our highest paid player, and we paid 60 plus 5.
Nasty.
Mate, Chelsea must be laughing their head off. They got 120 out of that. Yeah, and took 400 off the wage bill. Yeah, which is why they're going out and spending, because they're going to buy a load of meaty players and all that, and hoping they come good. Yeah, their model is finished. Like, in my opinion, they might get some money back on some of them, but they're never going to win nothing under that lot. Yeah, might nick the odd card, but they're never going to win a title. Yeah, but like, when you look at Liverpool are the same. They've got owners that are American, yeah, that have mismanaged their money, and Klopp got the very most out of that squad or squads that he's had over the years. Yeah. Now they've got a new manager in there, and you think, right, go and give him some money, bro. They've given him nothing. Yeah. So if you look at what you've signed this summer, you've done what? Lenny Yoro, and you've done Xerxes, which totaled about what, 70 mil?
Fuck all, really. Do you know what I mean?
We've only spent, if we get Marino over the line,
we've sold loads, man. So we haven't really spent any money. In fact, I think we're in a net profit at the moment.
But if we get Marino in, we would have done about 30 net. Then when we get rid of Eddie, it'd be there or thereabouts, banging 0. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Liverpool has spent 0 at the minute. You lot have broke even at the minute. We're likely to break even if we get Marino in and get rid of Reece or Eddie. And it's like, why are we all now just like breaking even, bro? We're talking 3 of the world, the 3 biggest clubs in England. Yeah, with revenue streams that are off the charts, bro. Your revenue is massive. Yeah. And I fail to believe, yeah, that these 3 clubs, especially, forget Tottenham for a second and Chelsea, yeah, right, and Man City, but us 3 are the 3 biggest clubs in England, and we're all pretty much broken even. Yeah, I refuse to believe with all of our income, yeah, that we ain't got money.
And there's got to be more to it, bro.
They've all mismanaged our funds then, isn't it?
But I think that's what they've done. I think that they've mismanaged the money, and now the purse strings have tightened, bro. That's what I believe. That's what I genuinely believe, bro. Because when you look at how we've spent and look at the players that you've brought in as well, like, now you want to get rid of most of them. Do you know what I mean? Jesus probably isn't really working out.
Nope.
Zinchenko's not working out. Kivior, you know what I mean? Like all these guys that you've brought in, like the majority of the signings that Arteta's brought in, they're not really doing it, if we're being honest. So
Facts. The
it's
only ones
one of
that
them.
have really worked out are Gabriel Magalhaes,
Yeah.
Ben White, Odegaard, and after that, I'm kind of struggling.
There you go. So that's what it is, my bro. So I just think that we've just mismanaged money, and I think now they're trying to make examples of teams, innit? Especially with Man City now. Especially with Man City and all the scandals and all the charges, and obviously the point deduction from Everton, and what other team was getting point deduction?
Forest.
And Forest. So because of that, I think they're trying to make an example in it. So I think everyone's kind of being super diligent now. And that's what it is. So that's where I think the cutbacks are coming from. I think that they're looking for someone to make a big statement with, and it's kind of scared a lot of clubs, and it's making us a bit more careful about how we do things.
Yeah, so I look at Ramsdale's not worked. Big up Bradley. And this is the thing, yeah. Like, we start our season 2 weeks tomorrow. You start yours 2 weeks today, I think. I think you play Friday, didn't you?
Yeah.
2 weeks today, we start our seasons, bro. None of our clubs are anywhere near ready.
No,
and the window shuts in 28 days. Yeah, so is it going to be a mad trolley dash at the end of the window? Yeah,
I think we'll have Delit and Mazraoui for the next game. I think by Friday we'll have them wrapped. Do you know what I mean? I think we'll have them wrapped up by Monday. So it's one of them ones. Obviously, Xerxes already there. And then we need another midfielder. Obviously, we're being linked with Ugarte. If they don't get Ugarte, they're saying that they've got other things lined up. But I think that we'll have the majority of our business done by the middle of next week. I don't think we'll be going into the end of the window still buying unless there's shock, unless there's any shock departures, which I don't think they will be. Do you know what I'm saying? I think McTominay and Wan-Bissaka will be the biggest names that leave, and I don't think there'll be any other surprises, to be fair.
Yeah, I think Cass will stay.
Cass is staying, bruv. Like, he's been the captain all preseason. He's looked good. I think Casemiro is here, man.
And then this is the thing, though. Like, I look at it and I'm just like, bro, big Man United. Yeah, big Man United struggling to sign players. Well, not struggling to sign players, but struggling to be able to go out and spend money. Like, struggling to go out and spend money. And it's like, that tells you where Man United were. Yeah, before this took over. And with Arsenal, well, I've said this to you before, getting rid of Aubameyang on a free when 3 other clubs have made money out of him since, they should all be sacked for that. That's a gross misconduct, bruv. They've mismanaged our funds. They've allowed the player to walk out, and 30 million has changed hands since he's walked out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? We've got rid of Nuno Tavares. Yeah, he's gone to Lazio with an obligation to buy him for 9 mil. So we're going to break even on the fee, but we paid him 4.5 million for 3 years, over the 3 years. Yeah, Sambala Conga, has gone to Sevilla with an option. They ain't buying him. He's going to come back with 1 year left. Yeah, then he holds the key again. Reece Nelson, 100 grand a week. Yeah, Leicester are linked to him. Yeah, and somebody said to me, the only player on 100 grand or more at Leicester is Jamie Vardy. So no wonder they don't want to pay a big fee for him. Yeah, Smith Rowe's gone. Yeah, why did Smith Rowe go? Because he was on 30 grand a week, bruv. So it's easy for Fulham to say, right, we'll pay you a bit more in fee.
Yeah, because he's still
we'll pay him. Yeah, because he's still on low wages, bro.
Yeah.
Why can't we get rid of Eddie Nketiah? Because he's on 100 grand a week.
100K. 100%. We're having the same issue with Harry Maguire. Like, when these men are on that kind of dough, they're not leaving. This is what it is. And
this is why they should be potted, bruv. Yeah, this is why the likes of Edu and Richard Garlick and Tim Lewis and all that, whoever made these decisions to put these players on 100 grand a week, Kieran Tierney, 110. Like, I love Tierney, man. Yeah, he shouldn't be on 110 grand a week, bro. He was playing in Scotland. He weren't anywhere near 110 in Scotland.
No way, bro. That Tierney should have been on about 50K max.
Yeah, 50 to 70 max. Yeah, I think Martinelli's on about 180.
He shouldn't be on that either, if we're being honest. You got him from what? 2nd Division Brazil or some shit like that?
4th Division.
4th Division Brazil, and you put him on 180K. That's fucking crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I think he was on 90 before. Yeah,
but it doesn't matter. You doubled his wages. He's never been good enough to double his fucking wages, bro. There's man at Man City on that.
He's on 180, bro. He's on 180.
Bro, I swear I saw somewhere that Edison at Man City was on something like 60K.
50 or 60 grand, yeah.
Yeah, and Martinelli's on 180. That's what I mean, bro. You man died as well. I thought we were bad.
Bro, Martinelli was on 90 grand a week. Yeah. Then when he renewed last time, I think it was last year, they doubled his dough. Why? Why are you doubling his wages? Like that's just ridiculous. If you're on 90 grand a week and you want to renew the contract, give him 110, give him 115. Yeah, with some bonuses plugged in. If he scores X amount of goals or, you know, gets X amount of GA, gets X amount of man of the match awards, you'll get extra bonus that week or whatever. Instead, they go, yeah, cool, 180. Yeah, and now we're sitting in a position where we've got with Calafiori now in 18 players on 100 grand or more a week. Yeah, with Trossard on 90, Vieira on 90, I think. Yeah, and there was another one on 90. So the majority of our 25-man squad are on 90 or above. No wonder we can't sign anyone. Yeah, these men ain't going anywhere, bro.
That's
yeah,
nice.
Cedric Suarez, who's just left, yeah, was on 80 grand a week. Why? Bro, he played for, was it Southampton he played for before? I think it was Southampton. He went on that.
Bro, who's giving out these deals, bro, at Arsenal, bro? I didn't realize you lot were run like this. This is crazy.
I'm saying, bro. It's mad. It is actually mad, bro. Yeah, but this is why I'm getting the ump. Then people go, oh, all you do is moan. Yeah, I do moan because this club is a disgrace.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you paying these average ballers like Zinchenko 150 a week? Yes, Fabio, sorry, my bad. Fabio Vieira's on 45, yeah. Jacob Kivior is on 58 grand a week. We've got Cole Hine on 10 grand. Smith Rowe's now gone. Fabio Vieira on 45 and Kivior on 58. The rest are 90 and above. That's embarrassing. So we've only got 3 players under 90 grand. And one of them's a goalkeeper on 10 grand. Yeah, I wonder nobody wants to leave, bro.
Yeah, no, facts. We got McTominay on less than 90 grand, bro. And he's a full Scottish international and he's been at the club for however long, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Ramsdale 120. 120 for Ramsdale, and then he's just been ostracized straight out of the squad like that, out of the team. Yeah, now what? He's going to sit there and go, yeah, cool, I've been relegated 3 times, mate. I ain't going anywhere. I'll just take my 120.
Yeah, you lot done the mad thing. I didn't realize your wage bill was like that, bro.
Yeah, we got Edu sitting in an interview yesterday or the day before saying, well, you know, when I got the job, you know, we had a lot of 27, 28-year-olds that were underperforming, you know, and we had to make some harsh decisions and blah, blah, blah. Well, hold on, mate. Them 27, 28-year-olds, yeah, they're on big wages, said they were on big wages and they were underperforming. Won more trophies in the 5 years before you got rocked up than the 5 years now with the young super duper squad of 23-year-olds. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's basically admitted his own process has failed.
I hear it.
Yeah, but nobody takes it on board like that. They just go, oh, he knows what he's doing. Well, he don't, because we're now in the same position we was when they got the job. Yeah, a bunch of overpaid players that are underperforming that we can't get rid of. We're going to have to start ripping up contracts before much longer. Yeah, because if Sambi Lokonga...
Hold on. Jesus is on 265.
Yeah, 265, yeah. Yep. That's what I'm saying, bro. Who gave him 265?
Fucking hell.
I'll go through it real quick.
What could he have been on at Man City?
Nowhere near that.
Exactly. At Man City, he couldn't even have been on 100K.
Yeah, Declan Rice and Odegaard are both on 240. Partey's 200. Bukayo Saka 195. Saliba 190. Martinelli 180. Zinchenko and Ben White 150. Ramsdale 120. Jorginho, Tierney 110. Eddie, Tomiyasu, Gabriel Magalhaes and Reece all 100. Trossard and Timber 90. And then we've got Kivior 58. Fabio Vieira 45. Smith Rowe was on 40. He's gone. And then the goalkeeper Hine is on 10 grand. That's our whole squad, bro. Calafiori is apparently on 220. I don't know if that's true. I ain't seen it. But
I hope not. Just 220 is crazy. Why would he go straight on 220?
Wouldn't surprise me. I don't know how much he's on, but a lot of people in my chats.
No. There's a big club meant to play big wages, but bro, you pay big wages, yeah, to big players, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why Mason Mount's wages are a joke.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to be seeing, anywhere near 200K if you're not a top player. You're not meant to be seeing that.
That's what I'm saying. Declan Rice, 240 a week.
Yeah, that's mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Declan Rice is a 100 grand a week player.
Yeah. So I'm saying, bro. Yeah, we've got Eddie and Nketiah on 100 grand. Reece Nelson 100 grand. Who authorised these deals, bro?
Yeah,
And
bro.
both
But
of
Eddie
them,
Nketiah should be on about 30k max.
bro, they were both leaving for free. We begged them to stay. They were walking out for nothing. They had literally weeks left on their contracts, and we threw 100 grand a weekend. And we gave Reece 5 million up front to sign on.
Yeah, that's nuts. I didn't realize. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that you lot paid wages like that.
No wonder we're a mess, bro. Yeah, no wonder we're going out there and we can't buy anyone.
Yeah, and
no
also
wonder
you can't sell players either. Now it makes sense. Just like us, we couldn't sell certain man because they're on too much. I think Luke Shaw's on like 190. You can't get rid of man on 190 for a left back.
Yeah, Harry Maguire the same.
Yeah. Harry Maguire's on like 180 or something like that.
It's crazy.
It's like, nah, bro, get these men out of here, but you can't.
Yeah, why are they going to take a pay cut? They're just going to do a Winston Bogart and sit there on the bench and go, "Yeah, I'll take my money. You gave me the contract, bro. I ain't going anywhere." Yeah, and I hear it. I get it. Listen, you gave me the contract. I don't have to leave, mate. Yeah, and this is why. Yeah, I get the ump because people don't look at the wage bill. They just go, "Oh, we've got all of these players and they're all young and they all get better together and blah blah blah." Okay, how did that work out for Smith Rowe? Because he didn't get better, did he? Now he's playing for Fulham.
Yeah, like bro, like at the end of the day, yeah, it's one of them ones where it matters. The wage bill matters, regardless of what people say, because the wage bill influences whether you can move players on and you can't move players on. So when your club can't make certain moves, that is why. Like Chilwell's on 200 grand, he ain't leaving Chelsea, bro. You man are gonna have to literally physically drag this brother out of Chelsea, bro, kicking and screaming. He ain't leaving, because why would you voluntarily leave and take a pay cut?
Facts. Bro, the average player at Arsenal is on 126.5, yeah, which is an annual payroll. They're all weekly payroll is 3.1 mil. Annual payroll is 164.5 million, right, which is an average of 6.5 million, nearly 6.6 million average per player a year. That is just not sustainable, bro.
No, it's not.
164.5 million annual wage bill for the
but that's why you're also seeing why you can't spend, because probably with the PSR rules, your wage bill is probably so high that it affects what you can spend on players, because they amortize transfers like they do wages. Yeah. And this is exactly why Man United got rid of Varane and got rid of Martial, because if you bring the wage bill down, then you can spend more money on players.
And that's what, $500,000 off the wage bill with them too.
Yeah. Oh, at least.
Yeah. Then add in the Ronaldo $500,000. There's a mil gone, just like that.
It's more than $500,000 because Varane was on 340 and Martial was on 250.
Yeah, now adding Ronaldo's wages about 1.1.
And Ronaldo was on like $500,000 a week or something like that.
Yeah. Bro, that's £1 million a week gone from them three players. Just
and De Gea was on 375.
There you go. Bro, 1.4, 1.5 million off the wage bill with 4 players leaving, just like that, in the last 12 months or so. Yeah, $1.5 million a week. Yeah, times that by the whole year, bro. That's a serious amount of wage. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. These clubs have mismanaged their money. Yeah, El Neni was on about 40 or 50 as a cheerleader. Yeah, we signed that guy up. He was out of contract last summer. Yeah, we signed him up. All the PR puppet journos were putting it out there. Oh, we're signing him up for 1 more year. Yeah, so we can fast track him to being a coach at Arsenal. I think he's just signed for a club in flipping Qatar or somewhere. Well, what happened to him being a coach then? We paid him out 50 grand a week, yeah, to sit on the bench and cheerlead and cut the oranges up at half time and give him the lemon juice at half time and that. Do you know what I'm saying? What did he do in the last 12 months? 50 grand. Oh, but he's a good lad around the dressing room. What does he do? Card tricks? Like, get out of here, bro. That's true, isn't it? Yeah, every time I think of it, I'm like, oh, he's a good lad around the dressing room. I just think of that Roy King clip. What does he do? Card tricks? Like, what are we doing here? Does he tell good jokes? 50 grand a week for El Neni to sit on the bench all season and never get a game, bruv.
Yeah.
For 1 more year. That was basically a case right there with El Neni of, look, you've been at the club a long time. You never moan. Yeah. You know, we don't want to go out and spend top dollar on a player just yet. So why don't you stay here and we'll give you like a send-off without the big chunk of money for a testimonial kind of thing. It'll be, we'll give you 1 more year. We'll give you another $1.5 million up as a goodwill gesture for being a nice lad around the dressing room for the last 8 years. That's basically what that was. Yeah, and he's gone, yeah, cool, because he knows he ain't good. Yeah, so like, yeah, cool. Now he's gone out to Qatar or Saudi or wherever he's gone Yeah, he's going to get a nice little bit of change out there. He's happy days, isn't he? Yeah, I ain't got no problem against El Neni. Yeah, he knows he ain't good, and he don't think he's better than he is. I like a player like that. He'll come on, he'll run his nuts off.
Yeah, he knows his role, innit? He knows his position in the squad.
Yeah, and he never comes out doing chatting PR interviews and all that. Yeah, you very rarely hear him speak. Yeah, but to pay that guy 50 grand a week to sit on the bench when you know he's not going to be fast tracked to being a coach at the club, but you finesse the fan base into believing he will be. I'm the only one who's called this out. Bro, they said he was going to be a coach at this football club, and that's why we kept him. Well, where is he then? There's a joke. Another 50 grand a week for 50. That's 2.5 mil, bro.
Yeah, it's nasty. So that explains, guys, that explains exactly why teams are not spending. Do you know what I'm saying? Mismanagement of funds over the years and a more stricter implementation of the rules that were already there for whatever reason.
Yep.
For whatever reason. So
but we signed Ronaldson for 1 million, that goalkeeper, and we put him on 30 grand a week. How does that even make sense? That would be a 3 grand. If you're signing a player for 1 mil, he's 3, 4, 5 grand a week.
Yeah,
yeah, we put him on 30 grand, bro. He let a couple of goals in. Yeah, then we loaned him out. Yeah, he couldn't get a game at Cardiff. He sat on the bench at Cardiff.
And Cardiff wouldn't have been able to afford to pay his wages either. So you lot would have been fronting most of that.
I'm saying, bro, I think he signed about 9 goalkeepers or 8 goalkeepers or something since he's been here, this manager. And he walked into Emi Martinez and Leno. Yeah, people are just sitting there happy with it. So it makes me so fuming at times, bro. It's just like, how many more years do we do this? They're talking about giving him a new contract on more money than Pep's getting. Like, for what? 1 trophy out of 18 attempts. It's so jarring, man. Honestly, it's proper jarring, bro.
What are you making of your preseason as a whole? Obviously, you lot got slapped by Liverpool. What did you make of that game? I watched the highlights. And yeah, man, I didn't. Apart from there was a chance where I think it was Martinelli got down the outside, and I think Liverpool guy blocked the cross that was coming across. I thought you lot were going to score from that breakaway. Other than that, it looked like Liverpool had all the chances.
Yeah, Jota should have scored a couple, man. Their high pressing was ridiculous. Their team high press. It was. I'm not going to get too giddy with Liverpool, yeah, but we were poor. But their team pressing, their high pressing, was very similar to when they had Salah, Firmino, and Mane as the front three. It was just like, boom, everyone get forward. Yeah, press, close them in the bottom. We were just hoofing the ball, and it just kept coming back. But I see this against you lot. Yeah, like 1 ball over the top, bruv. Yeah, 1 ball over the top, and they're away every time. They did it 3 or 4 times. Yeah, and by fine margins. Yeah, like you lot were offside. They were offside by fine margins. And I've seen it so many times in this pre-season. Even Bournemouth did it. Get the ball, boom, 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 3 passes, they're in. Yeah, and we're pass. They nick the ball back, boom, 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 they're through.
Yeah, bro, but that's how you deal with that style of football that you play. And also, it's the same with Man City as well. Like, quick and direct is the way, blood. I can't lie. Like, the Salah goal was a long ball up, headed down, pass through, and man was gone. That's it, bro. Like, none of this tippy-tappy shit, bro. I mean, like, there's different ways to skin a cat in it in football. And it was one of them ones where there was beauty in, like, the simplicity of that goal.
And the thing is, Salah as well, you can see he's lost a lot of pace. Yeah, but he was very intelligent on that because
he cut across the players. He cut them both out as well.
Straight across Gabriel Magalhaes. She couldn't touch him. As soon as he's on that left foot, it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, he wrapped it. Yeah.
Yeah, nice finish, nice goal. Good ball from Harvey Elliott. But that came from a goalkeeper hoofing the ball up. When we played you lot, you lot were just trying to whip that ball first time over the top down the line to Rasmus. Yeah, and it was like, it was working. Yeah, but we're in for a long season.
Yeah,
mate.
to be fair, that is how we scored as well. Ball over the top, like just a hoof over the top. Yeah, you're right, actually.
Bro, you did that 3 or 4 times in that game against us down Ben White's side. Yeah, and in that Liverpool game, they were doing it as well. They did it down both sides. Yeah, and people are saying, "Oh, yeah."
But to us, I don't think we done it on purpose. You know, the ones maybe Liverpool. I don't think we knew anything about that. I think we were just playing in it. Liverpool's thing looked like a bit kind of more like they knew what they was doing. I think we was just vibing.
Yeah, Liverpool looked more drilled. They did. They looked a lot more drilled. But I think like people are sitting there and say, "But we didn't have Saliba. We ain't got Raya. We didn't have Fury or Timber. We didn't have Saka or Rice and all of this. Yeah, whatever, mate. We still had Odegaard on the pitch, who was awful. Yeah, we still had 29 playing in midfield. He was actually probably our best player. Him and Gabriel Magalhaes were probably our best players in that Liverpool game. Yeah, but the bar was low. Like 29, probably I'd rate him 6 out of 10. Same with Gabriel Magalhaes, maybe a 6. Yeah, Zinchenko, he's awful. We knew this anyway. We know he can't defend. Yeah, 29 we know can't play in midfield. Yeah, and it made me wonder, why are you playing this guy in midfield? Yeah, and Jesus up front. Why don't you just drop Jesus to the bench? Yeah, put a midfielder in midfield and put 29 up front. If you're going to play him, put him up front. Yeah, because at least he'll get some chances. Yeah, he might fumble the bag 3 or 4 times, but at least he's in the right area. When I see Jesus here, he's never in the penalty box, and when he is, he's shanking it 10 yards wide from 4 yards out.
Yeah,
and it's like, bro, this season's going to be long. We had Martinelli on the pitch, Odegaard on the pitch, Gabriel on the pitch, Ben White, Zinchenko, 29. There's 6 players straight away. Yeah, Thomas Partey, there's 7. Jorginho came on, there's 8. Bro, this is pretty much our whole squad. Yeah, barring maybe 5 players. Yeah, what's Saka going to be like when he comes back? Yeah, like, is he going to have a good season or is he going to have a bad season after the mental of losing another final with his country, after losing back-to-back Premier Leagues, yeah, and then back-to-back with England losing finals? Is he going to be mentally strong enough to kick on and have a great season, or is he going to flop? Hopefully, it mentally toughens him up. But again, I could see a way where he falls off a cliff this season. If it starts going bad,
I'll be real. Like I can see you lot being still there or thereabouts, but I can also see a drop off. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of just your level. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm honest, I can see it, bro. Like, just because you've come so close twice. And in those times where you've come so close in the league, you haven't even won a fucking trophy anywhere else. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, an improvement would be finishing second again with a trophy, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, that's kind of shit, if we're being honest. So
yes. But the amount of money,
I'm not really sure, bro. Like, because it doesn't look like you're gonna do what's needed to really kick on, because you need to spend more money than what you're spending. Marino and Calafiori, if those are your only 2 signings, that ain't good enough.
No, it ain't gonna get us over the line. It ain't.
No, it's not.
It ain't. We've already got Tommy Attu out injured. Yeah, we're going to get injuries to other players. Declan Rice looked absolutely shot to pieces in that Euros. Yeah, Saka was one of England's better players, but even he weren't that great. Let's just be sure of it. Yeah, he weren't that great. Yeah, Ben White had a great season last season individually. Yeah, but this pre-season, he's looked sus, bro. I can't lie, he's looked proper sus. Yeah, Gabriel Magalhaes. Yeah, I think he'll have a good season. Yeah, Saliba, he had a great Euros. Is he going to come back fresh, ready to go? Hopefully. Yeah, where's Calafiori going to fit in? Are we playing him left back? And if we are, how's that going to work with Marino in midfield? Is Marino going to start? Because I thought it was going to be Thomas Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. So if that is the case where Marino comes in, yeah, well, where's Thomas Partey or Rice going in? Because we ain't dropping £100 million, man. So Thomas Partey's going to be out the team. Yeah, and it's like, we've got good options now. However, they're not great options. We've got Thomas Partey, who looked out of his depth the other night. Yeah, him and Reece Nelson were the worst 2 players on the pitch. Yeah, we were just getting carved open in midfield, bro. Declan Rice had a shock in Euros. Yeah, he looked worn out after 20 minutes in every game. You know, Saka didn't have a great Euros, but he was one of England's better players. I wouldn't say he was poor, but he weren't great. He was 6.5, 7 out of 10. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, bro, we need a striker badly, mate. We need somebody that can push Saka to get his spot. Yeah, and we ain't going to do it. We ain't going to buy him, mate. Yeah, we'll probably sign Marino and we'll get rid of Eddie and we might just go and buy a striker, but it won't be a top of the range striker.
So yeah, what is it? Marino coming in and keeping Partey as well?
I think so, yeah. Partey don't look like he's going anywhere. We ain't seen no bids coming in for any of our players.
Adds depth, though. It adds depth at least, I guess. That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, it does. It does. But then you've got to hope that this player adapts to the Premier League real quick. Yeah, same with Calafiori. Is he going to adapt to the Premier League real quick? Same with Timber. Timber, listen, he looks like a great player. Yeah, but we ain't seen him do it in the Prem, bro. Yeah, it's all well and good looking good on the ball. Why weren't he in the squad the other night? He played the other day, got taken off in the second half. Why was he yesterday or the day before? Why weren't he playing? Yeah, but is he still not 100% fit? Is he still not 100% recovered from his surgery? Like, I don't know. It's going to be long, bro. We're going to get a lot of injuries this season. And I don't think that's
it's law of averages. You're going to get injuries because you didn't get them last season, innit? And this comment here, you see this no striker thing, yeah? The reason why I don't agree with this argument is go and get somebody, bro. Because look at Real Madrid. They had Joselu on the bench. He ended up coming off the bench and winning them silverware, bro.
Bro, he came off the bench, scored a brace against Bayern Munich.
But this is what I'm trying to say. So Real Madrid weren't looking at it saying, "Oh, there's no one out there." They went and got fucking Joselu. And even though Joselu is not an absolute world beater, yeah, go out there and get yourself a Morata, or go and get yourself someone that can be a plan B.
Morata, a Dovby.
Yeah. Go get you someone that can be a plan B, bro. The fact that you haven't even attempted to do that should be worrying, bruv. Even if you went and got a player that didn't move the needle, yeah, but you went and got someone and showed a bit of intent, I'd respect it a bit more. Even if it was someone, even if it was someone on loan, and it was just like someone to just a placeholder until the guy that you want becomes available.
Facts.
But you've done nothing.
Which is what Madrid did. They went and got Joselu waiting for Mbappe.
Yeah, you got linked with Gyökeres for all this time and have done nothing.
And we know it's 84 mil buyer. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, there's so many, but whoever started this rumor of there's no, the striker market, the striker pool is dead. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. The striker pool of players is dead in comparison to when we were growing up. Yeah, because they're all trash. Yeah, right? They're crap. Apart from Erling Haaland and Harry Kane, who can put the ball in the back of the net, the rest of them are pretty shit, aren't they? Let's be real. Yeah, and even Haaland ain't that good. He just knows where the back of the net is. Give him 20 chances, he'll score 15. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, give Kane a chance in the back of the net. You know, but the rest of them are pretty poor. So why don't you go and get the best of the rest? Yeah, and there's plenty of strikers out there. Yeah, Fulkrug's not a great player. Yeah, but I'll tell you something. Yeah, he's a fucking nuisance.
We and see also, that he's another option. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I like the fact that we got Xerxes, because he's a different kind of centre forward to Rasmus. And then in pre-season we played last game we played Sancho in the false 9, which worked really well. And it's one of them ones where cool. Like Xerxes not available, but we play someone that drops into similar areas to him with Sancho, and it's worked. But what man are gonna do the Havertz up front thing for the whole season, and then Havertz in midfield when we know that Havertz in midfield doesn't work? I don't know. To me personally, it's like it looks like your manager's gonna try and do exactly what he done last season and hope he gets a different result. That's what it looks like.
That's exactly what me and Matty said on the watch along the other day.
That's what it looks like.
I said to Matty, what do you think of this? He said, same old. He said, I'm seeing the same things as last season. Same things as last season. We're seeing a striker up front that can't score. We're playing the striker that can score, but not as many as previous strikers we've had, but more than the striker we've actually got up front, playing in midfield. Yeah, we've got Zinchenko at left back who can't defend. Yeah, and where did their first goal come from? Zinchenko being too far up the pitch. Yeah, with 29 not winning the ball in midfield. Yeah, because he's not a midfielder. They flick it to Harvey Elliott, bang, Zinchenko's out of position 1-0. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Same old. Yeah, the one where Jota hit the post, Zinchenko was 3 yards further back than the rest of our defence. He played him onside. Yeah, why is he 3 yards further back than the rest of the defence, bruv? Yeah, at one point, he was over on the right side, getting pushed off the pitch, and they nearly scored off of that. I'm like, why are you at right back, bro? Like, and they switched the ball out to the left side, and they very nearly scored off of that. And it was like, bro, we're going to do the same things. And if Calafiori is going to play left back, I hope and pray he's better than Zinchenko, bro. Yeah, because
I don't think Zinchenko is going to play. I don't know why they're not trying to force him out the club.
Well, where's he going? 150 grand a week, bro. Who's paying that?
Fuck, is that? Oh my!
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I'm saying we are absolutely dusted,
brother. Hey, listen, Shaw is on like 180 or something. I thought that was crazy, but Zinchenko on 150 is mad.
That's what I'm saying. When we signed them two scrubs from City, yeah, right, we put him on 150, right, and we paid 35 million for him, bro, or 30 mil. Why are you paying him 150? That don't add up to the fee. Fuck. Like 150 for a player is like a 60 mil player, isn't it? Or a 50 mil player. You paid 30 mil for him and put him on 150. We then signed Jesus for 45 and put him on 265. Bro, they're on 415 grand a week between them.
No one's paying 150k a week to Zinchenko. No one. No one. I'll be real.
Like, no, deep though. We paid 75 mil for the pair of them, 80 mil, yeah. and we're paying them 415 grand a week between them. That right there should be a sackable offence.
Yeah, I didn't realize, you know, like that actually contextualizes a lot of your transfer business now. That actually makes a lot of sense, because
not only that, one of them's come out and said he can't defend, and the other one's come out and said he can't score goals. What are we doing here? They've openly said that in interviews, bro. Out of their own mouth. Goal scoring is not my forte, and defending is not my strong point. Their words, bruv. Why are they nicking 415 grand between them then? And why did we pay 80 mil for the pair?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why didn't we go and get a striker who can score? And now if you add in Ramsdale that we did 30 million on and paying him 120 a week, yeah, and he openly admits he can't concentrate for 90 minutes. Yeah, what the fuck are we doing here, bruv? Like, honestly, real talk. We've got a goalkeeper who can't concentrate. We've got a left back who can't defend and a striker who can't score. And then nicking £500,000 a week.
I think, yeah, I think that is the deeper issue at your football club. And this is why, yeah, like, I know there's loads of Arsenal fans that follow me, and you lot understand, innit? You lot understand, yeah, my viewpoint on your football club. It's like, you gotta understand that I've grown up here with Arsenal as the main rivals to Manchester United in like my formative years. So obviously there is a level of respect there in terms of what I expect you lot to be doing, innit? And it's like the mentality of your football club. That's why I can't really respect, man, if I'm being honest. Like, when I see the little classroom stuff, and the man are giving Calaflori the little round of applause and shit, yeah. And this,
we've got a new boy in school now.
Yeah, the whole thing's weird to me. I'll be honest. Like, I don't personally, I don't see how you can win like that.
No,
I don't see how you can win like
bastard in there as a manager. Can you imagine if Jose was manager of that lot? We would have won back-to-back titles, bro.
No, I think so.
I just don't see how you can win like that. But Jose would not be just sitting there doing this classroom crap, bro. He'd be telling them straight. Look at the way he spoke to Dele Alli when Dele Alli was sniggering in the meetings. He went, "What are you laughing at?" He goes, "Yeah, this is why you're no good, bro. You turn up late to training. You're rubbish in training."
He did. He said you're fucking shit. He did. He said you're fucking shit in training, bro. What are you laughing at? You know what I mean? And bro, that's needed, bro. I'll be completely honest.
Look, when he told him on the All for Nothing as well, yeah, he said, "Listen, you blink, your career's gone. Don't waste your talent."
Man are out here saying they don't want Ivan Toney at Arsenal because of the tweet, blood. These men are soft, blood. This man tweeted about you playing for another team. What was he supposed to say? You know, like that. That's the guy I want on my team. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
That's the guy I want on my team.
You know, he's going to rattle everybody, bro. He's going to rile everyone up.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, what's his name as well? Neil Mopey. You see scumbags like that, these are the kind of guys you want on your team. I'll be real.
Yep.
Like, if Mopey was good, I want him on my team.
Even if he ain't good, bro, pay him 30 grand a week. Yeah, pay him
bro.
50 grand a week. Yeah, like we paid El Neni. Is he any worse than El Neni? He'll come on, he'll rough a few people up, and he might nick you the odd goal.
No, facts.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying for our clubs, because obviously we're bigger clubs, but if you're a Tottenham, that's the sort of player you want at your club.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shit house right there. He's going to come in, he's going to wind everybody up, bro. But he's also got that. He's also got that attitude. Yeah, but this is the problem. Like, you know, Arteta don't want players with attitude. He wants nice boys, nice soft. Yeah, like look at Ben
welcome
White.
home, Ricardo, and that. Like,
yeah, look, wait till we sign this Mikel Merino. They'll put the Spider-Man gif out of the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other. Mikel meets Mikel. I guarantee, bro. I guarantee. Bro, I swear down, I predicted, yeah, anyone who was watching my watch along the other night that's in this chat, yeah, before half-time, when we went 2-0 down, I said to Matty, I said, don't worry, Matty, at full time, this football club will tweet out, more minutes in the tank. Yeah, what did they tweet out? Another 90 minutes in the tank. I said that in the first half at 2-0 down. How do I know they're going to do that?
Nah, it's funny, but Lee, but this is why, yeah.
Maybe they watch me and they just do it on purpose to rattle.
No, but Lee, but this is why I can't take you lot seriously, because it's funny, yeah. These little pricks, yeah, online, yeah, they won't clip this in it, but like, bro, I'm looking forward to this season. I'll be real, like, I feel good about this season, bro. Do you know what I mean? I like the direction we're going in. I know it's not going to be a smooth one. I know there's going to be ups and downs, but I feel like we're in a good place in terms of my team are showing me that they actually want to do something. Like, intent means a lot to me. Do you know what I mean? I always said, yeah, if my team, yeah, go and they're playing the right kind of football and they show me that they're trying to do the right thing and it's not coming off, I can accept that. What I can't accept, yeah, is when Ahmad's on the bench for Forsen and these man are doing crazy stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't accept that. So when I'm seeing Ten Hag come out today, yeah, like he looks a lot more relaxed because he knows that he's got people helping him. But at the same time,
but he's also been told what time it is.
Of course, because even when they asked him about Sancho and he was like, "Listen, me and Sancho both know what time it is."
Yeah, we've squashed that.
End of discussion, bro. Like, man, ain't even trying to.
Look, when he was asked about Casemiro, he was like, "No, Casemiro's staying. He's a world-class player." Yeah, funny that, because you were taking him off for tactics last season.
Bro, you dropped him for the final.
We needed legs in midfield and that.
This is what I'm trying to say, bro. Obviously, but Ten Hag knows what time it is now, and that's fine. You know them ones. He knows what time it is. The way he's answering questions and everything like that, he's accepted, yeah, that even when he's talking about the club, he's talking about the playing model and that. He understands that he's part of something bigger than him now. He's not in charge no more. He understands that.
Do you know what he's like? Yeah? He's like when your girl catches you cheating. So now you're in the doghouse for a couple of months, innit? And you have to make it up to her.
Yeah, on your best behavior and that. Yeah, bro, that's what he's doing. Like, bro, I'm happy with this.
But you know he's going to revert back to type at some point.
No, but he knows if he does, he's going to get kicked out, bro. Do you know what I mean? These pricks won't clip this because it's too positive. You know them ones. Like, I saw that twat United Ellis or something like that clipped something.
No, I see that. I see it, yeah.
Clipped something. I've got him blocked anyway, but someone tagged me, yeah. When I was talking to Lewis, do you know what I'm saying? And bro, it's like these men trying to use me to get interactions, and every morning I wake up, yeah, I get closer to 100,000. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Fucking moron. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of them.
Every day,
bro,
man.
Listen, bro, my whole fucking pre-season, I have been mad positive.
Yeah, you have.
The whole pre-season, bro.
You've had the shades on, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Brother, the whole pre-season, as soon as we decided we were keeping this manager, yeah, I said, you know what? Cool. That's it. Can't cry over this.
Yeah, but they won't clip that. They won't clip that because they don't get traction off of that, bro. They have to see you having a meltdown when you win.
Yeah? Brother, I said, let's move on, yeah? They're bringing in other people. Let's just go. Man's trying to be positive about everything. Do you know what I mean? Even certain brothers, even like that Harry Amasi that they're trying to gas up, yeah? He's not ready, innit? I haven't gone into depth about too many things because it's like, I don't want to make it look like, because people will misconstrue it like I'm being negative. I'm not being negative. I just speak my mind. He's not good enough. And guess what? Our manager came out and said the same thing.
Yeah.
You look and put the quotes, the Ten Hag quotes about Harry Amas when everyone was trying to gas him up. Ten Hag knows he ain't there. Exactly. Ten Hag literally said, Ten Hag said, listen, he ain't there. He said, we'll work with him for a few months and we'll try and improve him.
Try and tweak a few things. And
yeah, but he said he's not there. The manager said it. That's not being negative, but when I was saying it, do you know what I mean? Man are going to turn around and say that I'm being negative. I like the fact that the manager said he's not there, bro. Bruv, man said he's not there yet, but maybe in 3 months, if we train him well, let's coach him. Let's see what happens. He's not ready.
Bro, I said the same about Ramsdale. Yeah, and this fan base are on my case, yeah, because nobody wanted Ramsdale. Not a single Arsenal fan wanted Ramsdale. Then when we signed him, they all duped themselves into believing he's great. Yeah, and I said, no, this guy ain't it, bruv. Yeah,
they were saying that he was the best goalkeeper in the league apart from Edison and Thingy and the Liverpool keeper, I remember.
Yeah, and then I'm sitting there going, no, this guy ain't it. He's too erratic. Like, he's too all over the gaff. Yeah, and then he comes out himself and says he can't concentrate. And then guess what? Lo and behold, the manager goes, boom, I'm getting Raya on loan. So even the manager knew he weren't good enough after he got him. Yeah. Well, where's the apology? Zinchenko for 18 months. I've been doing shows with you 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that. Bro, when we signed Zinchenko, I said, for the money we've paid for him, I didn't realize what money he was on wage-wise. I said, for the money we've got for him, not a bad signing, but he can't defend. And then the longer the season went on, that first season he was here, I was like, get rid of this guy out of defense, bro. If you're going to play him in midfield. Now, all of a sudden, the manager's tried to replace him with Kivior. Yeah, he's tried to replace him with Calafiori. He's tried to replace him with Timber. He's tried to replace him 3 times, bro. Yeah, now this fan base that comes to their senses, gone, oh, yeah, Nick, get rid of him. Well, hello. They're always 2 years behind Rants. Yeah, because they tried to play top positive goon or top red.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
this is the problem, Lee, bro, and this is what it is, bro. Like I was having this conversation with my friends, yeah, now earlier today, in it, with all the madness that's going on online. One thing about Twitter that I don't like now is that you see other people's tweets that you don't follow. So now
yeah.
my algorithm has been taken over by this Olympic thing. It's been taken over by some far right Tommy Robinson crap. Like it's like you got the far left and the far right, yeah, just
That's done by
fucking.
design, bro. That's all
Yeah,
done by.
bro, they're having their own Olympics on my timeline, and I don't follow any of these people.
I don't
Do you
follow
know what I
anyone. I
mean?
don't follow a single person I see tweets.
Bro, it's crazy.
I
And
was
then
like,
I'm
hold on.
seeing some for some girl that robbed their friends for some surgery and that. I'm seeing all these things on my timeline, stuff that I'm not supposed to be seeing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like the far left are worse than the far right, bro, because all of these super liberals, yeah, the worst thing about them is they believe they're educated. You
Yeah,
know them ones. At least you see a lot of these far right people, yeah, you could put it down to ignorance and stuff like that because it's not really intelligent people doing it, yeah. But when you look at the far left, a lot of these guys that tend to be clinicians and doctors and philosophers and all these supposedly intelligent people, they're the ones coming with this fuckery, you know.
yeah, they're
You
tabs.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And this is the
because they
craziest thing
speak
about it.
well.
This woke bullshit is nuts, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there in the middle, and I hate both of them.
Same. That's why I don't
I
get
hate
involved
both
in
of
it.
them. If anything, the left are worse because
Bro, I
they
was going
think
to
they're
put a tweet
fucking
out.
smart.
Did you see that boxing yesterday? Yeah, with the well, I think he's a guy. Yeah, I'm not too sure. And everyone was going
Lee,
mad.
bruv.
Yeah, and
Lee.
I wrote a tweet out. Yeah, and then I thought, what's the fucking point? Yeah, and then lo and behold, about 6 hours later, I went back on Twitter, and it was factually proven that he was or she was born with different or whatever. So I was like, I wish I'd put that tweet out now because everyone jumps on something straight away without knowing the
Nah, but
facts.
Lee, to be honest, yeah, like it's a nuanced conversation. It's not a conversation, yeah. It's not a conversation for Twitter. Do you know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
That's
It's
why I
not a
deleted it.
conversation for Twitter. I'll be
Yeah,
real because at the end of the day, yeah, we now live in a society, yeah, where man are telling you to ignore what you see, yeah, and just believe something else. Like these man told us that cough was going around, yeah, was gonna extinct the whole fucking planet. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I didn't take the vaccine and I'm fine. You know them ones. And certain man that took it died
I didn't
anyway.
even get it, bruv. I didn't
Brother,
take it either.
listen, brother, what you got to understand is, yeah, it's a nuanced situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that thing there is an outlier, bro. Do you know them ones there? It's an outlier, bro. In life, yeah, exceptions, yeah, do not make the rule.
Fact.
Okay? Do you know what I'm saying? The whole point of sport, yeah, is about fairness. It's not about inclusivity. It's not about being inclusive. If you don't fit into either thing, yeah, then you shouldn't be allowed to perform with other people. That's like me being born with 4 arms, yeah, and I want to play tennis, yeah. It's like, bro, that man got 2 hands on the racket and I got 4, blood. Man, I'm not gonna say that's not an advantage. Of course, it's an advantage, bro. I'm doing a backhand down the line and I got 4 hands on the racket, and you only got 2. Do you know what I'm trying to say, bro? Like, brother, like just because you was born that way, it doesn't mean that it's normal. It's not normal, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I done extensive research on the thing, yeah, because I wanted to know what was going on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And they said that this thing has a condition, yeah, that even though she's got certain female parts, yeah, she was born with a Y chromosome. And if you know anything about science, the egg in the woman is an X chromosome. And then in the sperm, you have X and Y.
Yeah.
Boys have X and Y, women have X and X. So if you have a Y chromosome, you're a man. That's how science normally works. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how science normally works. But because she has certain female things, she still has a Y chromosome. You can't cancel out the Y chromosome because the Y chromosome is why men have stronger bone density. They have more testosterone. These are all the things that make us more physically dominant to them. So because of that, yeah, even though they might say, cool, but she's got ovaries, yes, but you still have the advantages that men have over women, which means you shouldn't be able to compete with women because it's not fair. It's the equivalent of you doping.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the equivalent. Do you know what I'm saying? So because of that, even if it's unfortunate and it is a very rare condition that she has, it's still not fair. Do you get what I'm saying? So sport is meant to be about fairness, because if you have a Y chromosome, you should be playing with the men.
Facts.
Period. Do you know what I mean? Or we say, you know what? We understand it's a rare condition, but it's not fair. You can't compete because she failed certain tests. Do you know what I'm saying? So, bro, like, it's not about Olympics ain't about inclusivity. It's not about that, bro. Unfortunately, in life, you got to get in where you fit in. That's why there's a Paralympics. Do you know what I'm saying? And if there's people that have a rare condition like her, they should either compete with them or you compete with the Y chromosome Donnies, which is the man them.
Facts, absolute facts. Yeah, exactly. That's why there's weight classes in boxing, and exactly, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, because you can't put a heavyweight in with a flyweight, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the same thing. It's true. Yeah, like,
and then you hear this bullshit argument as well. Michael Phelps has a body literally perfect for swimming. Yeah, it's called elite genetics. That's what it's called, but he still competed with men. You know them ones that they didn't. What are you gonna say? Michael Phelps go and compete with fish, bruv? Like, when I saw this bullshit argument online, I was like, so what? Like, what are you gonna do? Go compete with a dolphin? Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got good genetics for fighting. I've got like longer limbs than normal. Like, I've got a very long wingspan. My wingspan is longer than it's supposed to be. So when I fight people,
my eagles, then, bro, do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, so when I fight people my height, I've got like 2-3 inch reach on them. I have an advantage. That means I've got good genetics for fighting. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking kangaroo, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, I don't know what man are talking about. So when man say that Michael Phelps had great genetics for swimming, so what? So what? He
still had to decide, yo, I want to be a swimmer. Yeah. And then he had to put the dedication in to do it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And then get good at it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
do you know what I'm saying? Bro, listen, I'll be real, yeah. Basic science is, the first thing that happens before you are born, what decides your sex, is the Y or the X chromosome in the egg, because the egg's always an X. So if it's a Y, it's a boy. Anything that happens after that, bro, it doesn't matter. I'll be real.
Do you know what's mad though? I've said this before, yeah. Like, all of these social media, like the Instas and all of that, like, yeah, like, and Twitter, like, even the likes of Amazon, for example, yeah. Bro, I don't think that these people genuinely are, I need to word this properly. I don't think that they are the person that founded it, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
I think it's more of the government. Yeah, and they're like the face.
Yeah, but this is why I said, the far left.
Because these things are done by design, isn't it?
But that's Lee, but this is why I said the far left, because these are the smart guys. You know them ones. These are the smart people that are telling us certain things. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, the exception does not make the rule. It doesn't make the rule. This is what we're talking about, an outlier. Do you know what I mean? So it's not about, the argument is not about whether it's this or that. The argument is it fair for you to be over here? That's the argument. All the other stuff, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be real. Like, if I was born with 4 arms and then man told me that I can't play tennis, I'll be like, all right, cool. I understand. I'm special. You know them ones. Like, it's like, bro, like, that's it. The argument is, do you have an advantage from the condition you have, yes or no? If the answer is yes, then you shouldn't be allowed to compete. That's it. Like, all the other stuff is mad nuanced and it's all emotional, bro. There's no room for emotion. There's no room for emotion in these kind of things. The whole point, the reason why we have drug testing, the reason why we have officials is to make everything as fair as possible, to stop people having advantages. So what are we doing?
She said when she took that punch in 40 odd seconds, or she said she's never been hit that hard in her life.
To be honest, I found out she was a police officer, and as soon as I found that out, bro, I didn't even feel sorry for her no more. You know them ones. There's bare feds I wanted to punch her. So it's one of them ones where, bro, I'll be real. When I found out, that you got punched up, I was just like, you know what, man? She done that for the man there, minute, like, because I know bare
You've done more research than me. I see it. I wrote a tweet out, thought, fuck that, I can't be asked to post it. And then looked back about 6 hours later and they were saying that
man found out that was a police officer, and I was like, yeah? You know the amount of police officers man wanted to just give the one bang in the jaw to, a man just had to allow it. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I can't lie. That punch was for the man them still. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things where it's a nuanced conversation, yeah? But what I don't like is, yeah, it's like people are getting bare upset, yeah, about certain things and they're fighting for certain things. But it's like, what are you fighting for? Like, what are you fighting for?
They're fighting to look like a nice human being online when after this.
Yeah, but that's what it is, bro. But this is what I don't like about it. The argument is bare disingenuous. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Because if you asked, yeah, all of these women that are running their mouth, would they want to get in the ring, yeah? With that, the answer would be no. 100%. You know them ones. And then the answer is, oh, yeah, Rants, but like, bro, they were like, yeah, but the thing's lost her women in the past. Yeah, because she's not a very good boxer. That's why. You know them ones. I saw the fight. I watched the fight of her fighting this Irish gal. And you could see the size difference was crazy. I felt like I was in the ring with the gal.
Wait, is that the one where she got sparked on the floor and she went off on a stretcher? Is that the one?
No. The Irish girl beat her on points. I think at one of the last things, yeah. But you know what it was, yeah? She looked visibly scared in there. Like, I've been in the ring, so I know what it looks like when someone's in the ring scared. And you can see the other girl was kind of bare twitching and that. She was bare scared to get hurt because she knew if she got hit once, it was over. I'll be real.
That related to Tyson Fury, was she, bro? Like bare twitching.
Bro, yeah, bro. Like, honestly, yeah, the fact, yeah, that the thing's got all these advantages and is still losing, that just shows, yeah,
you ain't very good.
You're not very good. But that doesn't mean the advantages aren't there. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what it means, bro. So for me, if I get in the ring with a woman, yeah, that is a better boxer than me, if it's Olympic rules, yeah, and there's protection and stuff like that, most of the, like, if she's really, really good, like elite boxer, like if we think of someone like, who's a light, like a Katie Taylor or something like
Katie
that.
Taylor's decent, yeah.
You know them ones that, if it's someone like a Katie Taylor and they put me in there with a Katie Taylor is meant to beat me on points. You know them ones. But if I catch her, bro, it's good night. That's what it is. It's good night Vienna, bro. That's one thing I know. But she's meant to beat me on points because she's way more skilled than me. Do you get what I'm trying to, especially if we got protection on, if we got headgear on.
Yeah, got the headgear on, yeah.
Yeah, like she's supposed to. Do you know what I'm saying? She's supposed to beat me on points. Do you know what I'm saying? But I ain't seeing these gal knocking her out, though. Do you know what I mean? Because the gal can't knock her out because she got a jaw, she got a chin like mine, bro. So how can you knock her out? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not getting knocked out by no 8-stone woman. Do you know that? I'm not. Because if she punches me, I'll look at it like my little brother hit me. Like, what are you doing? Go
on, do it again. Go on, I dare you.
Of course, this thing's never been knocked out. Just loses on points. How can you knock something out that's way bigger than you? Can't really. This ain't the Bible, bruv. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man think that this David and Goliath thing's real. It's not real.
Wait, who is it? Talking of David and Goliath, who is it that David Hay fought? That big 8-foot tall lump?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, he rattled him as well, bro. Look at the size of him.
He pinged Valuev, yeah, with a slingshot from hell, overhand right, yeah. And brother, he wobbled and he stayed on his feet. You know them ones there. That punch that David Hay hit him with, yeah, would have absolutely sent anyone else to Pluto.
Oh yeah, they're gone. That's lights out.
Anyone else to Pluto. And
bro,
he hit him
like
with
a rock. His head's so big, bro. Like
bro, David Hay said that he cracked his hand on his head when he hit him. Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. He broke his own hand punching the Brez head. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm trying to say. So, if you have a gal, yeah, that's fighting a brother, do you know what I'm saying? Like my size, yeah, as skilled as she is, yeah, her only chance of winning is on points. Because she can't hurt me, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if I can get hit by cruiserweights in sparring, yeah, and be hurt, but my legs are underneath me, then no middleweight gal is hitting me, and I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, you're
Like,
not
I'm
doing
not
baby
feeling
giraffe,
it.
mate, ain't
Do you know what I
happening.
mean? Because I'm giving up 20 kilos in sparring, yeah, sometimes, and I'm getting hit and I'm hurt, but my faculties are there. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can't put no 70-kilo woman in the ring with me. Like, she's not gonna hurt me. Impossible. She might be more skilled. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she might win on points, but
Yeah,
bro,
she
I only
might
need to.
do a couple of combos, like jab to the
Bro,
head and then
I
body shots.
only need to land one punch, Lee, and the fight's different. You know, it's a different fight. Do you know what I'm saying? It's
But
a
that's why
different
that's
fight,
why you don't. That's why you're not supposed to fight women, bruv, as a man. Yeah,
brother.
and that's what it is. You're right. It's too nuanced for these Twitter heads, bruv, because there's too many virtue signalers on these apps.
But
Yeah,
this is
that
what
just
it
see
is, bro.
something
It's
they
not
don't
as
like.
black and white as Lee. It's not as black and white as you're this or you're that. Do you know what I'm saying? But people are now trying to manipulate science. Do you know what I mean? The question is, do you have an advantage or not? If the answer is yes, then you shouldn't be there.
Mm.
That's what it should be. Argue, they can argue amongst themselves over what they think, innit? I don't care about all that. But I know, yeah, if I was the father of a daughter, yeah, and my daughter had to step in the ring with someone that had a Y chromosome like me, I'm like, I'll fight this thing instead for you.
I'll just say
That's
I identify as a woman.
bro, this is me. But it's not even about what you identify as, yeah. Because listen, yeah, Mowgli got raised by fucking Bagheera blood. Bagheera's a panther blood. You know them ones. They raised Mowgli as a cub, yeah. But Mowgli
You're killing
ain't
me.
a cub, bro. You know the one there. Like Mowgli got raised as a cub breed boy. Do you know what I'm saying? But Mowgli ain't a cub. It doesn't matter what you're raised as, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, broski. Do you know what I mean? Mowgli's all roaring and that, bro. Ain't no one scared of Mowgli, bruv. Like, bruv, Mowgli had to go get fire to get respect, bro. Like, this is just what it is. Facts, bro. Tarzan was raised by gorillas, bro.
Yeah, facts. It's facts.
Brother, it don't matter what you're raised as, bro. You know them ones there. Like, you could raise a fucking tiger as a house cat, bro. When he gets to a certain age, things gonna start ripping up your
Ripping
yard,
your
bro.
arm off. You see
talking
these
about?
mad Arabs, bruv, and they have the tigers in their house and that. Yeah, one day that's biting your arm off, bruv.
Brother, I'm telling you, yeah, like, man, I've seen things, yeah, where people have raised snakes and stuff like that, yeah, as pets, and then twos, yeah, bro, the snakes all trying to get ready to eat them and that.
Yeah, eating the newborn and that.
Bro, bruv, they think that snake's their brethren because they've been feeding that snake, bruv. Twos, yeah.
Well, look at the dolphins and the whales when you see these people getting attacked by and they're in the sea worlds and stuff like that, and they're playing with it, and feeding them, and all of a sudden,
man, saw it with the orca. The orca just started smashing up people. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, man, you see it all the time. Look at Steve Irwin, got done by a stingray, bruv. Yeah, that was a good move, wasn't it? Yeah, stop playing around with these stupid animals, bruv. Like, because one day they're going to revert back to type and they're going to muller you, like, real quick.
100%. Man, seen it with the python thing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? When one brother went and basically to the vet saying, "Oh, my snake hasn't been moving, and that is my snake all right." They said, "Listen, the snake is starving itself so it can eat you, mate. You know that one." Man said the snake is just sizing you up, my G. You know that was. The snake's just you don't want to eat. He wants you, fam. You know them way there.
He's been sizing you up for about 8 years, mate. He's thinking, yeah,
bro. Man said I've been throwing food to my snake. Snake's not eating. I think the snake's sick. Nah, I said my man's looking to eat you, fam. You know, like that. This is what that man are on, bro.
He's lived with you for 8 years now, so now he knows how long he's got to starve himself to digest all of that.
Yeah, bro. This is what it is, bro. I'll be honest. Yeah. The thing is, people are too worried, yeah, about trying to fit in or being on the right side of an argument. And that's why you have these toxic positive football fans as well, because they want to be on the right side. Fuck being on the right side, innit? Just use your brain, innit? Use your fucking noodle, bro. A lot of these men don't want to use their brains, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why this Olympic thing, it's a nuanced conversation. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a nuanced conversation. It's not straightforward, but then it is straightforward. Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, in a sport like boxing where you could lose your life in the ring, it's not worth taking the risk. You get me? It's not worth taking a risk. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you put this thing on the football pitch here and it was breezing through everyone and slapping in the top corner, even though it's not fair or whatever, nobody died. Nobody died, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're seeing man end up in vegetative states, yeah, and that from football. And they're trying to reduce from boxing, they're trying to reduce brain damage and do all these other things in boxing now. And then you've just got someone in there that has the power of a man, whether it's a man or not, in your opinion, has the power of a man punching women in the head. Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, come on, bro. Ski, like, the thing don't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense. You get me? So man, them just need to allow it. Yeah, this is the thing. She thought the snake was playing with her, bro. The snake was just sizing her up for the meal, cuz. You know what I'm saying? It's all about fairness, bro. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes, yeah, inclusivity and fairness, sometimes you can't find the middle ground for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't. And this is the thing, this woke bullshit is dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think fairness is more important than inclusivity. And that's what it is, bro. And the facts are, it's not fair, bruv. That's it. That's what the conversation should be about, fairness. It shouldn't be about discriminating, because it's not discrimination, bro. Like, it's a mad thing. It's a mad thing. When you go to fly on an aeroplane, them man always say, oh yeah, make sure your bag can fit in this for the hand luggage. Bruv, if your bag can't fit in that shit, then you can't get on the plane. You know, like that. Or you have to check that motherfucker in. It doesn't matter what weight the bag is. Do you know what I mean? The bag might be light, but it can't fit. So, ain't about the weight. Can your bag fit in this thing? Yes or no? No, it can't fit. All right, cool. Check that shit in. No, like that. It's that simple, bro. It doesn't matter if it's fair or not, bro. The rules are the rules, cuz. That's life. The rules are the fucking rules, cuz. And this is what it is. People are like, bro, like, man can't be wanting to be so inclusive to the point where we stop using common sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the Ronda Rousey thing's crazy. Do you know what I mean? Ronda Rousey, she's talking about fighting Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather would have punched her to the moon. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Ronda Rousey's a woman, bro, that is highly trained with her hands, bro. I'm confident enough that I could get in the ring with her and piece her up, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not Floyd, you know? so do you know what I'm saying? So, man, even try to hear that, bro. Like, man, see Clarissa Shields get knocked out by an amateur. Do you understand what I'm saying? By an amateur, bro. A brother with no pro fights knocked her out cold. Do you know? Do you know what I mean? So, bro, I'll be real, yeah. It's like, man need to make sure, yeah, that common sense doesn't get overridden by the need to include everyone, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Inclusivity is getting out of hand now. It's getting out of hand.
Common, bro. That's the problem.
Yeah, bro, it's getting out of hand, bro. Like, listen, I'm all for, yeah, people not being discriminated against, yeah, because of their differences. That's fine. But sport ain't about discriminate. It's about what's fair and what's not fair, bro.
Right, look at football, for example, yeah? Which team was it where the women's team got slapped 12-0 by Wrexham men? And then there was the under 17s or 18s boys team slapped up the best women's team in the world. Absolutely slapped them.
Yeah, 15-year-olds.
15-year-olds, that's it. The 15-year-olds absolutely slapped the best women's team in the world. Yeah, the USA, that was it.
Yeah, they smoked.
The USA. Bro, under 15.
It was under 15, so they weren't even 15. You know them. Some of them were 14 and that.
13s and 14-year-olds slapping up the best team in the world, which is USA, women's team. And that's the difference, bro. When you can run faster, when you can hit harder, when you're stronger, you know, like, do you know what I'm saying? You've always got an advantage. And that's not to say all women are like that. There is always the exception.
No, but brother, the average 15-year-old boy is bigger than the average woman, bro. Like, facts. Bigger, physically. At 15, Lee. Come on, bro.
Facts.
The average 15-year-old kid, yeah, is bigger than the average fully grown woman. That is a fact. Do you know what I'm saying? Have you seen the size of these 14, 15-year-olds now walking around the street? These men are 6'2", bruv.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? These men are 6'2". Like, Nah, it's like, brother, man need to understand the differences.
Yeah,
Man
but
need to understand the
these people love
differences.
to sit out and tell us the sky is green, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
But Lee, even when they were showing, yeah, like the baby pictures and that, nearly a whole foot taller than people your same age. You know the ones there, just because you had a ribbon in your head, but you're still like 6 inches taller than the next brother next to you. Do you get what I'm saying? Come on, man. Man are moving madly, man. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah, this is the world we're in, Rants. In 2024, enough people have had enough of it, bro.
But this is why you've got the two extremes, bro. And bro, I just want to live my life. Do you know what I'm saying? But this is why I bought my barbecue. I'm just gonna stay in my house this weekend and make handmade burgers, bro, and grill my burgers on the barbecue and chill out in my house, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want these far left brothers to try and attack me, and I don't want these far right brothers to attack me. I just want to stay in my house and make burgers.
Yeah, man. Stay in the safe zone.
Dusty? Nah, society's dusted.
It is. But you know what? Yeah, this was all done by design in the first place, bro. Get everyone arguing.
Brother, this thing right here, brother.
Yeah.
Listen, imagine, yeah, you see the panel, yeah, for the Olympics. What's the gal's name? With the short hair that's on the panel. The older white woman. I think what's her name? Apparently, yeah, people were getting onto her online, yeah, because she said to like the Adlanton girl, yeah, about, oh, didn't you have any Olympians come to your school and that? And then they accused her of being classist and that just because she went to a private school. Yeah, the Baldwin girl, yeah.
Because she went, Baldwin.
Yeah, she went to a private school.
So like Simon Jordan, bro.
I know, but bro, she went to a private school, yeah, and because she assumed, yeah, that most people's schools get Olympians coming to them, which they don't. Do you know what I mean? But she's not gonna know no better. If
not all schools get that. When I was at school, we had one. We had 2 or 3. I actually went to school with a girl.
I never had no Olympians come to my school.
There was a girl in my school. She qualified. She was gymnast. Yeah, she was in my class. Lisa Mason. She won silver medals and that. Yeah, like bro, she was never at school.
Yeah, because
she was unreal, bro. She was going all over the world, yeah. And then she'd come in, you know, they get that big check, yeah. It's a massive big check. She'd come in like another 30 grand, another 50 grand. Yeah, she was never at school, but she was in my class. She was fucking good at gymnastics. I can't lie. I think she won a gold and a silver back in the day. But we actually had Olympians actually come to our school. But I was at the biggest secondary school in England at the time. I don't think it is at the moment. It had an athletics track there.
Yeah, but that's why. But that's what I'm saying. So there was a reason why they came to your school.
Yeah, because that's where they trained. Yeah, that's where they trained for their things. Like they had the badminton center there, the doubles, the mixed doubles badminton team. Like the Brits, they were the best in the world. Yeah, they used to train in Loughton at the badminton club. They had in Stantonbury, where I used to go to school. Bro, that had a full-size Olympics track, swimming pools, everything. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why they came to our school, because most of them trained there. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? For the track and field events and stuff. Most of the other schools, like the schools in the other part of Milton Keynes, they didn't have these people rocking up at their school, bro.
But they accused this woman, yeah, of being classist because she assumed, yeah, that the girl should have had an Olympian and this, that, and the other. Shut up, man. What do you mean, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? If anything, it's just a bit of ignorance, yeah. But bro, so what? All you need to do, yeah, is hear someone that's got a different opinion to you and just say, actually, no, XYZ. But why are you trying to make a villain of her, yeah, when it was an honest mistake? You know the one. And this is the problem. These men just want to be upset about something so bad. Do you know what I'm saying?
When Graham Souness, look when Graham Souness said, yeah, you know, we want to have strong men going into a tackle and all of that.
Yeah, bro, you can't say that no more. Get the fuck, it's men's football, bro.
What are you
talking about? It's men's football, bro. It's the men's game, bro. We're watching men play football, so why can't we call them men?
Exactly, bro. It's pathetic. But this is where we've gone, isn't it? And this has been all done by design for the last 30 years. Yeah, when I was little, my mum used to be able to grab hold of me and give me a good slap in the middle of a shopping centre if I was talking out of turn. Yeah, or arguing with my brothers and sister. Yeah, be like, yeah, come here. What? Psh, slap you up. Yeah, and then that was like, what, 30 odd years ago. Now imagine walking through the shopping centre with your little one and slapping your little one up across their bum. Boom, shut up. Yeah, you get social services on your case. Your kid would be gone by the end of the day. Yeah, it's crazy. But this was all starting to happen when I got to like teenage years. Yeah, so that was what, maybe 25, 30 years ago. Yeah, it's too many good do-gooders getting involved. Yeah, that we're trying to manipulate certain things and being offended by things. And it's like, you can't smack your children. Like, well, if you've got children, no, well, shut up then. Like, we used to get a good clout if we took, even in looking out a turn at our parents, we get a good slap. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, listen, I've only ever slapped my daughter's backside once. I felt bad, so I didn't do it. Yeah, I just used to drop the tone of voice and talk to her like that. Do you know what I'm saying? She understood, but it didn't stop us getting a good hiding when we were little. Like, do you know what I mean? It teaches you a bit of respect, but it's the same in other things as well. Like, you know, I'm sure you and your brother used to get slapped up by your parents when you were little if you looked out of turn or spoke out of turn. I was just saying, like, we used to go through the shopping centre with my mum. We looked out of turn or we were fighting and arguing with my brothers and sister and that. Whoom, wallop in the shopping centre. But back then, it was okay. But then, like, when I got like 5 years old, like teenage years, that was when all the do-gooders started getting involved, and it started being a thing that you're not allowed to hit your children, which is cool. I understand, yeah. But then they've taken that from one thing onto the next, onto the next, onto the next, and so on. And now 30 years later, everyone's offended by everything. Yeah, and then anyone like us that says something about certain things, oh, you've got an agenda, you're misogynistic, you're this, you're that. And it's like, it's all done by design, bro. Yeah, to divide. Yeah, look at the way people are running around stabbing each other up in London, bro. Look at the way there's riots all over the country at the minute. Yeah, like these things, these things are all to take your eye off the ball of what they're actually doing. Yeah, and this is why the Olympics opening ceremony, that was an absolute shambles. Whoever
that was just there to desensitize people, bro. Bro, listen, I'll be real. After the opening ceremony, they should have boycotted the whole thing.
Bro, facts. Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, again, that was done by design. Yeah, to desensitize people and cause a massive talking point in the hope that more eyes get on the tournament, on the event, right? But now everyone's talking about it. It's trended every day since. Yeah, it's been trending every day since. And now everyone's arguing about that. Yeah, now you've got this thing with the boxing. Everyone's arguing about that. And guess what? Meanwhile, everyone's just conquering, bruv. Like,
yeah, but all it's done is to just desensitize people for what's to come, bro. If we're being honest.
Bro, how can we predict what happens with football, with our clubs? Why? Based off of previous and based off of what we've watched over certain years, How can I predict in the first half of a game what they're going to tweet at full time if we don't win? How can I predict word perfect? And it's the same in real life. Take the football out of it. It's the same in real life. When you've seen certain events happen over a certain amount of years, you can predict what's going to happen next. Yeah, to a certain degree. Which is why when I see that thing with the needles, I was like, F that, bro, no chance. Yeah, and I remember we were supposed to play Man City. Yeah, and I was getting a flight back the next day for a week. Yeah, and I ended up staying there 8 months. Yeah, I wish I'd stayed here. Do you know what I mean? But again, now every single day in America, there's court cases going on. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but nobody's highlighting the court cases every day. But that was front and center every single day for 2 years.
Yeah,
And that's what it is, bro. But people, they forget about it. It's very similar with the football. You'll call out a player and say, no, he's no good. He'll amount to nothing at this club. 2 years later, when he's binned, nobody's coming back and saying, oh, Rants, you were right.
No, but in those 2 years, man are getting fucking disrespected every day.
Yeah, and that's the same with the whole COVID thing, We're sitting there calling it out. Fact checkers are deleting our posts on Instagram left, right, and centre. Yeah, we're getting told we're anti this and anti that. 2 years later, after the whole thing's and we're allowed out again. Yeah, now every day there's been a court case, bruv. Why ain't anyone coming back saying, "Oh, do you know what? You're right." Yeah,
and the thing is,
to apologize.
And you know what it is, So I saw online that they were saying that apparently one of these athletes, I think a Dutch athlete or something, was doing something with like
I've seen that.
Convicted of something with minors.
Hey, and no one lived in Milton Keynes, bruv.
Bro, and no one's talking about it. And this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like they let that one slide under the radar. Do you know what I'm saying?
Who was talking about? Who was the what was her name, man? She was speaking about it, and she was basically making a case for him. Yeah, saying, but he was 19, and I remember when we were 19. Yeah, the girl was 12, bruv. Yeah, and he knew she was 12. Yeah, apparently he's married with kids now. Apparently he's married with kids.
But this is the point. They're trying to let certain things slide and try and desensitize people to certain things, bro. And this is what you need to keep your eye on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? This is exactly what you need to keep your eye on. It's an absolute mad thing, bro. And that's what it is. And that's why this whole thing's mad. And that's why, that's why I say to you, man, have to you just got to stay conscious of what's going on in it, because the thing's brazy. Do you know what I mean? Some things are not black and white, but some things are just right in your face, innit? Like if you want to see it, you'll see it.
Yep.
Do you know
But
what I'm
bro,
saying?
this is the thing, yeah. It's like every single day somebody is offended by something. Yeah. And then when they actually fact find and actually do their research, half of the things they're offended by, yeah, were lies in the first place because they didn't fact find. Yeah. It's like that guy that was running around knifing everybody up the other day. Apparently he was a Muslim guy. Yeah. All of a sudden,
but then he wasn't.
and he ain't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, bro. But even that, bro, do you know what I mean? The whole thing's just, bruv, we're living in a crazy time right now, guys. And that's why, like, it's more important now more than ever to have your own mind in it, because people are so quick to just jump on a bandwagon, yeah, and just go with the popular narrative. But that's how they get you in the first place. That's how they get.
There's a guy, he goes on the football terrace, can't remember his name yet. He posted a picture out of him in an Arsenal shirt when he was little and said, a young Calafiori. Yeah, Calafiori's a goon or saying it, yeah. Everyone, AFTV, all the biggest copy and paste merchants.
Posted it thinking it was Calafiori.
Yeah. And then he came out and said, this is how easy it is to con people on the internet. Yeah. And he said, it's me. People were then arguing with him saying you're lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then he did another video and actually showed the Polaroid pictures of him in his hand whilst he's doing a video, bro. And they still were arguing with him. Bro, it's him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's him.
Because Lee, in life, if you want to believe something, it becomes a fact. That's how life works.
Yeah.
That's how it works now. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. If you
crazy,
want to believe something, if you don't want to believe something, it's all right. That's you, fam.
Yeah.
You know what
don't
I mean?
be pressured into just going with the masses. Yeah. If you don't believe something's right, say it. And if people don't like it, fuck them, innit? Yeah. At the end of the day, they'll cry and cry and cry. And ultimately, in 2 years' time, you'll be right. Let's just be real with it. Well, I hate being wrong about this football club, but most of the time I'm spot on with what they are and what they're doing. Yeah. But because I don't jump on the hype train, yeah, I've got people out here doing the most every day, tagging me in Instagram posts. Yeah, like 200,000 followers saying, who's the worst Arsenal fan? And I'm in a picture with Bin Laden and like Piers Morgan and all this.
No.
I reposted it on my Instagram. I reposted it on my story. Yeah, I was like, these men are rattled. Why are you so rattled about Lee Gunner?
That's crazy.
I'm just one person out of about 60 million Arsenal fans.
Yeah, but that's because you've got your own opinion, bro. And that's
because
what
I don't go with the general consensus.
But this is the problem. You've got your own opinion. And the thing is, how dare you even question it? Do you know what I'm saying? Or think of something different? Because then you're a terrorist, Lee, if you've got your own opinion.
That's what it is.
Like, this is what it is, bro. And that's why, like, this whole thing, when I'm seeing all of this madness, I'm just like, bro, like, it's all right, yeah. Bro, it's all right, yeah, to actually think about it and say, yo, I can understand this. I can understand this. I can see this. I can see that. Do you know what I mean? It's not one answer, bro. Like, why does it have to be what two things can be possible at once? Do you know what I'm saying? Something can be this, but then this can be unfair. Do you know what I'm saying? Like two things can exist at the same time. No one's telling no one to go to jail. Man's not saying that they can't live. Man's just saying, cool, but you can't be here.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you get what it is? And that's what it is, bruv. These man just want to be upset, bro. And that's when I deeped here. Only man that have no purpose in life that just want to be angry all the time, bro, because it makes them feel something, innit?
Yeah.
Makes them feel something. I ain't trying to be angry every day, bro. That's crazy.
You always get clipped up. I always get clipped up. Yeah. And it's like, why are these men always angry? No, you just think we're angry because we're saying something that goes against what you're thinking in your unicorn bubble, yeah, of delusion. Yeah. And that's cool. You can think what you want. We can think what we want. However, yeah, we're seen as toxic, negative, and always angry, bro. Anyone that knows us offline says we're the most chill people out there.
Brother,
yeah, when we speak about our football clubs, we get triggered at times.
Bro, yeah. I'm always busting joke. Like, bro, everyone that comes on my channel, when's the last time, yeah, that you've watched a show of mine and you ain't laughed? What are you talking about?
When was the last time, yeah, any of these guys that are watching now have watched on our own channels, your channel, my channel, have guests on where we're just toing and having a massive slagging match at each other? It don't happen, bro. Yeah, because we actually have talk, banter, we're charismatic, yeah, we're funny as fuck. Yeah, and we actually know our football. Yeah, but we also drop facts and we base that off of what we've witnessed in the last 20, 30 years of watching football. and what's happening now. Whereas when I watch some of these other shows, they're just all screaming and shouting over each other, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Nobody can hear what anyone's saying. Yeah, and it's all for the drama and the effect. Yeah, and people are more interested in the drama and the effect. So when they see people like us doing our channels, we're the enemy of football. Yeah, because we're not having the drama and effect by having a massive debate with 6 people screaming and shouting over each other. Yeah, this is what these people want, isn't it? Because that's the world we live in. They're brain dead after these people, bruv. Yeah, like they've got nothing going for them. Yeah, like every day, every single day, we get slagged off on the internet. Not that it bothers us. Yeah, but it's like, bro, I ain't got nothing better to do. Like, real talk, you're sitting there waiting for a Lee Gunner clip. Fucking do me a favor. Yeah, wait for a Rants clip or fucking somebody else clip. Like, do me a favor, bro. Get off the internet. Yeah, and if you're on the internet, go and study or something. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, it's weird, bro. Man, even saying that no context brothers already clipped this stream. Do you know what I'm saying, brother? If you're watching right now, I'll be real, yeah. I might just get your account taken down, bruv, if you keep clipping bullshit on my channel.
Bro, I get clipped on there every day.
No, I'll be real, because you know what it is, yeah. You know what? I'm getting to the point now, yeah. I'm getting to the point now where if you're literally clipping man out of context, yeah, and you're making my life more inconvenienced than it needs to be, I'll get your whole account removed. Do you know what I'm saying? If you've posted something from this stream without context, because when I'm having nuanced conversations, don't clip half the conversation. Do you know
That's
what I'm saying?
They do, though, Rans. That's what they do. They take 1
minute.
But
I'll be real, innit? I mean it in the most serious way, yeah. Like, I'll get your shit eradicated. Do you know what I'm saying? If that is the case, you know them ones there. Do you know what I'm saying? If that is the case, and I'll do it, and I'll let you know that I'm gonna do it ahead of time, so you know, innit? Because it's one of them. No, bro, I'll be real. I'll be real.
If you do a reaction right now, if you share anything from UEFA or FIFA, this stream's gone.
No,
yeah, I hear they own the copyright to that, so you own the copyright to your stuff.
No, but you know what it is. No, but you know what it is though. You know what it is though. With me, it's like, you see the pricks like Ellis and all these guys, yeah. Like, these guys are morons, and I know that they have a problem with man, yeah, which is fine. I don't mind if you have a problem with me, but when you position yourself as someone that doesn't have a problem with me, but then you're always trying to put me in a situation where man are chatting shit on my name for no reason, I will fight fire with bullets. You know them one. This is what I'm on. So it's one of them ones where, as long as man don't try and take nuanced conversations here and put them on a place like Twitter where you can't have them, it's fine, innit? You know them ones. The reason why I choose this as my only platform, yeah, to have conversations on is because I can fully articulate myself.
Yeah, it's not just a one word or one words on a screen, isn't it? Like,
but that's what I'm trying to say.
Whatever way you're feeling when you read it.
This is what I'm trying to say. So if it's one of them ones where I've fully articulated my argument and then you've purposefully clipped it, yeah, to try and farm engagement, then I'll fuck you up. I'll be real. I will.
See, for me, yeah, I always find it funny when people like, oh yeah, I've clipped this person up. It's like, oh, look at the state of this guy, blah blah blah, bro. Yeah, the whole engagement on some of these platforms, yeah, is less than what I put it out to myself. Yeah, like, and what you put it out to, and it's like they're only doing it to get traction, which is why I just ignore it. Like, I just ignore most of it. But at the same time, yeah, they never paint people like us in a good light when we're positive.
But believe this is my problem, bro. Like, bro, I've been positive all preseason, yeah, about my club. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've had less people, yeah, hit me up and say, "Oh, Rants, they shared XYZ." You know why? Because negativity, yeah, is what sells, bro. You know them ones. That's what sells, bro. That's what gets man all the engagement. So these man,
on that app, 100.
Well, of course. So these man will think that they're doing me a favor, but you're not doing me a favor because I've been growing anyway. I don't need you to share my shit. You know them ones. Like, I didn't grow because man share my shit. I grew because I'm me. Do you know what I mean? I don't need your help. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't need you to put shit on Twitter that I've put on YouTube. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
by the way, is 8 times bigger than Twitter.
Well, exactly, because I get views on YouTube and I get paid on YouTube. So I don't need you to take anything from here and put it anywhere else that I don't want it, especially if I'm not eating off it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But the bullshit that you put on these other platforms, yeah, without context, yeah, just has man in my mentions that I don't know, bro.
Chatting
Do
bollocks.
you get what I'm trying to say? And this
And
is the problem.
because most of these idiots were born in deficit and born buffering, bro, they ain't got time or the brain capacity to go and watch a half-an-hour show or an hour and a half show. Yeah, they just see that 1 minute clip or 30-second clip and go, right, oh, look at the state of this prick. But they ain't seen the 10 minutes before that or the 10 minutes after it, innit? Where you've actually given the whole reasoning as to why they've then got that one little bit.
Brother Lee, we had about a 20-minute conversation on the thing, and someone can go out there and take a 30-second clip of a 20-minute conversation and then and design the narrative whichever way they want to do it, bro. Like, I'm not okay with that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not okay with that at all. So it's one of them ones. That's the real reason why, yeah, I specifically utilize this platform, because I can have a 2-hour sit down with people and we can talk about multiple things, or else I just sit there tweeting all day.
Let me just read this from Rickon, yeah? I don't think that context are trying to violate, bro. He is trying to violate. I'll tell you why, yeah? Because he's posted a clip of me talking about the struggles on YouTube. Yeah, then he's quote tweeted it with another clip of me saying, yep, can't come to the funeral. Yeah, I'm working. Can't come to this, I'm working. Yeah, I went through the comments this morning. Yeah, people going, "Oh, sorry, babes, I can't come to Nan's funeral because I'm doing Elche versus fucking Lecce away or Cadiz away, bro." But when people actually go back and watch the whole stream, yeah, there was 20-minute chat and they've clipped 2 clips at about 2-3 minutes long max combined. Yeah, I weren't saying that I've said that, but what I'm saying is, if you want to do something, where people don't get their head around this, yeah, right. This is a business. This is our business. This is our business.
Yeah, we make a living. We make a living off this. Yeah.
Right? Anyone who's run a business will know. I'm really sorry. I can't see you on Valentine's Day. I'm working. Yeah, because go and ask all the most successful people, in their fields, that have grown a business. And this is our business. Then people say, oh, well, he chose to work so many hours. He chooses to do so many watch-alongs. And then people are going, oh, that's because he gets no views and he's skint, so he has to work 5 times harder. No, it's not. It's not that. Yeah, but people don't watch the whole show. They just see the clips and come to their own full process off a 30-second and 1 minute clip or whatever. The reason I work as hard as I work, number one, is I'm fighting against a massive narrative. I'm fighting against the wave. I'm fighting against the tide. Yeah, because these social media apps are infested with toxic negative positivity. So you have to work a bit harder. Number two, I want to level up 4 or 5 times quicker. Yeah, which is why I'm working 4 or 5 times,
bro. And also, don't forget, we're doing it alone, bruv. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're doing it alone because a lot of people can grow quickly on this app here, piggybacking off other people, but their following is not their own. It's not organic. Do you know what I'm saying? There's not many people that are in a space organically growing their own shit, bro, like from scratch. There's no one really doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in the space that we operate in, we're at the top of the food chain in the space that we operate in by ourselves. Do you know what I'm saying? Because other channels that are businesses, companies that have sponsors, they've got a budget and all these things. We're not competing with them because they're in their own space. Do you know what I'm saying? They're in their own space. Like, we don't have the budget. We don't have employees. We don't have all these other things. Like, it's just us.
But then people say, but then the flip side to that is people say that's because you're no good, Okay, cool, whatever. That's your opinion, The fact is, I don't want to work, under a banner of a company.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with no good, bro, because, bro, like, there's not many people that are on these channels that in their own right are doing the numbers we're doing. So it's got nothing to do with that. It's not about ability.
No, it ain't. Yeah, but this is the thing, man, I see people saying, oh, yeah, but you choose your hours. Yeah, I do choose my hours. Yeah, and if I want to sit there and do 5 watch-alongs on the spin, I'll do 5 watch-alongs on the spin. People sit there and go, oh, you're only doing it for the super chats, bro. If I was surviving off super chats, I'd be skint.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah? Like, real talk. Yeah, it's nice to get them. Yeah, but then a lot of these people, they make out that they're not doing it. They're only doing it as a hobby, or they're only doing it as a part-time, and it's a bit of fun and this and that. And it's not about the money or the views for them. Why don't you monetize them? Because if it's only a hobby, you wouldn't monetize your channel. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, but this is why you don't even really take these man seriously. I'll be
that's
real.
why I don't, bro. That's why I just do my own thing. I ignore most of them, yeah. But it's like when I see these accounts chatting shit, it's like, bro, if you actually realize, yeah, right, this is my job. People can sit there and go, well, it's not, oh, you ain't getting your hands dirty. It's not physical labor. No, do you know how hard it is to sit there and do back-to-back watch-alongs? Yes, that's the job I've chosen. I'm not crying about it. But when people want to dismiss the work that we put in to doing what we do, like it's easy just to chat about football, slagging your club off every day. What about when I'm talking about other clubs on the other channel? What about when I'm positive about my club, when we're winning 5-6-0 3 weeks on the spin? Yeah. And I'm still getting decent views on that. I'm still getting mad views on the watch along. People don't see that. They just see the clips that, again, certain people
but Lee, you need to understand, yeah, that they don't believe that when they're saying that, because if they genuinely believed it was easy, they would do it, Lee. Most of the
guys, they say they got a proper job, Rants.
Nah, but the thing is, Lee, I'll be real, yeah. If it was easy, they would do it. Why did these gals do OnlyFans? Because it's easy to take your clothes off and make money.
Even if you're a fat, ugly thing, you can still make pee.
Well, there you go. It's easy. The reason why a lot of these things are sex workers is because it's easy to make money. It's easier than getting up in the morning and learning something and going to work. So
yeah, and then asking for a week off. Sorry, brother, Karen and Susan have already booked that week.
If this was so easy, yeah, if this was so easy, these man wouldn't be getting up at 6 in the morning to be force feeding themselves in the morning to go jump on a train and go to work if they could do this, Lee. So you just have to know, if it was so easy, they would be doing it, bro. So that's why you don't even entertain that, bro. Because obviously people choose the path of least resistance. If it was so easy and they could make the money that we're making, yeah, why would they go to work? Why would they?
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, that's why I couldn't react to stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's why I don't. Yeah, but that's why I don't, bro. I see it doing the rounds. I get sent it all the time. Like, people text me. I'm like, stop texting me this shit. I ain't interested, bro. Yeah, because these men, yeah, all want to chat crap. Yeah, let them chat crap. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm happy with what I'm doing. Yeah, and I know at the end of the month, if I look at my wages, fucking hell, that was a bit shit this month. I've only got myself to blame.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've said this so many times on streams. Yeah, if you don't, and I said it on a stream with you last week, I think. Yeah. If you don't like your job, do overtime. The amount of people in my chat when I first said that their head was gone. What do you mean? I don't like my job, do overtime. Because that's your way out of the job you don't like, bro. If you'll save that extra money, yeah. Yes, your missus or your family or whatever are going to say, oh, well, why are you doing overtime? I don't see you. I want to watch Netflix. I want to go for dinner. Fuck your dinner. Fuck Netflix. Yeah, watch it on your own. Yeah, I'm doing the overtime to get out the job that I don't like. Yeah. So you save all of that money. You now invest that somewhere else. Yeah, whether that be to, I don't know, level up your computer skills, do a course online that can get you into another job, whatever, yeah. And people don't get that, yeah. The amount of people that are in my chat going, why would I do overtime in a job I don't like? Bro, that is the mentality of most of the world. Yeah, do you think I want to sit there and do fucking Copper America games at 3 a.m. after doing 4 watch-alongs before? No. But then people go, well, why are you doing it? Because I want to get paid, mate. And I want to get paid a lot more, yeah, than what I would get paid if I didn't do them games. So yeah, you do have to sacrifice. Jez run 2 businesses, yeah? I said to Jez the other day, I said, Jez, when you were running your businesses, did you have holidays? Nope. Did you have Valentine's? Nope. Did you barely see your missus? Barely see her, mate. Barely see her. Why? Because you run your 2 businesses. You had to take them off the ground from zero, and now he's successfully retired, yeah, and he's happy days. Yeah, now he's got all the time in the world to see all of these people and do what he's doing, yeah? Like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, but people just sit there and go, "Oh yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, he just slags off Arsenal, so I don't like him, no matter what he's saying, even if it's true." Yeah, oh, Rants slags off Man United and slags off these players, and I don't.
Yeah, but the problem is when I don't. The problem is when I don't slag them off, you don't clip it.
That's
you know
the
what
point.
I mean? And guess what? When I don't slag them off, I still get the same amount of views. So it's got nothing to do. So it's got nothing to do with saying things for views. I just say my opinion, and my opinion changes, and that's okay.
Bro, you get roughly the same amount of views every month, innit? There or thereabouts.
Yeah, on average, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Same with me. Last month over my 2 channels, the month that's just ended, I had 1.2 million over the 2 channels. Yeah, 1.2 million, bro. How many games did Arsenal play? Oh, I didn't do any of them.
Exactly. Oh, that's a slow month.
And that is a slight, yeah, exactly. But I would always go between 1 million and 1.7 million. Yeah. Win, lose, or draw, I will get to the same amount of views there or thereabouts. Bro, Arsenal have not played until August. Well, they have, but I didn't do the watch-alongs for it. Yeah, the first watch-along was on the 1st of August that I've done, because I thought there's 6 games if I do the free seasons this month, plus the free Prems, yeah? Now I'm back in Prem mode, right? I didn't do any Arsenal watch-alongs, bro. Yeah, and I've still got there or thereabouts the same amount of views I always get.
Facts.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? I ain't clickbaited transfer news. I'm not saying, oh my God, Arsenal are signing everyone and they're scary. Yeah, I'm just doing what I'm doing, bro. Yeah, I've done a couple of watch-alongs on the other channel. I've had a few days off on the other channel in terms of content, but then I've done more on here. Yeah, and it's about balancing when there's games on, because the season's coming. I'm going to do a lot more on the other channel than I will watch along on the main, because obviously I cover other teams. But every month it's still there. It's about the same, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and it's like
Victor Roma. I thought he was going to Atletico Madrid. What the fuck?
Bro, I'm fucking fuming. He rejected them. Bro. They're getting Sorloff.
Hold on,
they're getting Sorloff from.
So that means Dobbik was available for 33 million euros, and no one got
him. Yeah, buyout clause. Yeah. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Why didn't we buy him? Why didn't we at least look at buying him?
Hey, for 33 million euros, you should have bought him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what, 27 million quid? 27, 28 years old, top scorer in La Liga. Yeah, good, strong, holds the ball up, link play decent, technical. You've seen him. I showed you the clips last season of him, bro. And they say, oh, check this goal, bro. Some of the goals he scored were just different. Yeah, there ain't no one in the Premier that can score some of the goals he scored last season. Yeah, Andy's a big, solid fucking lump, bro. He can hold the ball up. He ain't getting bullied. You could have bought him, yeah, and Morata for 46 million euro.
Brother, for 33 million euros, you take a gamble on him at what, 26?
27, yeah, 26, 27, something like that.
Yeah, you take a gamble for 33 million euros.
How old is this guy? Let's have a look. 27, just turned 27. Okay. Put him on a 4-year deal, option for a 5th year. Yeah, he wouldn't be on top dollar, bro. He signed for them last season for 7 mil. They've just made fucking 5 times their money on him.
Shit, man. In 1
season, and he was top scorer in his first season in La Liga, bro. Think of the players they got in La Liga. Lewandowski, yeah, Vinny. Right, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jude in there. Yeah, Sorloff had a good season. Yeah, Morata, Griezmann, they've got some good players in that league, yeah? And he went in there, bang. Andy was out for about 3 months as well at one point.
And if you pay 33 million euros for him, you ain't even got to start him, bro, because you paid, what, 60-odd million pounds for Havertz, so you could still bring him in as a backup for 33 million euros. Right. That's nothing.
And I think the matter is, I'm so pissed off here because I don't watch Serie A, so I ain't even going to be watching him play for Roma. But, bro, we should have signed that guy all day long. He is absolutely perfect for the Premier League.
Absolutely. He's got the physicality down, for real.
He's got the feet, the physicality, the link-up play, the IQ, bro. He's a top player. Top player. And that is a perfect case right there of somebody blossoming later in their career. Yeah? Whereas others, they blossom early and then fall off a cliff. Yeah, he's blossoming now. Michael Owen was finished by his age.
Bro, when you look at the striker market, yeah, and you think,
I'm listening,
yeah, when you look at the striker market and you think that man wants 60 million pounds for Solanke, yeah, 33 million euros for Dovbyk is calm. I'll be real. Like, it's actually calm, even if you want to bring him in as a squad player. So that's why when people turn around and say there's no value in the market, I don't agree, bro. You just got to kind of know what you're looking for, if we're being honest. But going to Roma, I don't know. Roma, it's a weird move, though. It's a weird move, though, because that man was living in Girona. I don't know what Girona's like. Do you know what I'm saying? But I can't imagine it's too shabby.
Yeah, it's northeast Spain.
To go live in Rome.
It's just above Barca.
Obviously, like, Rome's nice.
It's near Andorra, I think.
Obviously, Rome is nice.
Yeah, Girona is quite nice. I've never been, but I've looked at it. My mum and dad have driven through on their motorbikes, ridden past on their motorbikes and through it. They say it's like a little village, like proper old school Spanishy type thing.
Yeah,
like
we're in the Champions League, so we've left the Champions League team to go to a team that's not in the Champions League.
Yeah, it's about the money, then, isn't it? Yeah, but this is my point, right there. Like him. Yeah, for 30, that's 27 million quid, bro.
Yeah, that's mad.
27 million quid. Now add in Morata, who would cost 11 or 10.5 million quid. Bro, you could get the pair of them strikers in your team for 40 43 million, 44 million. Not even that. 38 million for the pair in pounds. For Morata and Dovbyk. Now you've got 2 options off the bench.
Yeah, that's what Bayern want for De Ligt, bruv.
Bro, we sold Smith Rowe for the same price as Dovbyk. Yeah, that is an absolute bargain they've got there, Roma. But that was his buyout. That was his buyout clause. So they've got themselves a deal.
That is a bargain still.
Bro, he's unreal, mate. Honestly, like, and Jan Couto's gone to Dortmund for 25 mil. All of my ballers have left, bro. Savio, Dovbyk, like
it'll be interesting to see what Girona do now. If they still challenge, even with some of their best players leaving, then bro, I don't know. That manager's serious.
Oh, he's class. They've signed a Chatter probably know. They've signed a left winger to replace Savio. I can't remember his name. Yeah, he looks half tidy. I think they got him from South America or somewhere. He looks pretty decent, to be fair. Yeah, Alex Garcia's gone as well. He's gone Leverkusen. Yeah, they've lost 4 of their top players, man. But they've still got Miguel there. They've still got a few others in that team that are decent. Herrera in midfield's good. They've got Donny there now. Yeah, Daley Blind's still there. Like, he had a great season last season. Brian Hill's just signed for them. Who's the left winger they just signed? They signed a left winger the other day. But they'll be all right, man. They'll be all right. But now they've got a bit of dough in it because they've sold him. And this is the problem with a club like that. Yeah,
they signed Donny.
Yeah, they can't go out there and go and do like 100 million in a transfer window, bro, because they ain't got the revenue.
They don't need to because they got the coach and the infrastructure that they'll.
Facts. So now they're doing what Chelsea think they're going to do. They're going to try and spin and flip players. The problem is the ones that Chelsea are buying are not going to make it, bruv. Most of them. Yeah,
they're done. They look like they look like.
Porto's still there. Porto's decent. He's a good player. He is. Yeah, he's a good player. And like, yeah, they are backed by Citigroup, but that's irrelevant. Yeah, because you still can't spend past what your income is. Yeah, and their income, Luton earned 5 times more than Girona last season. Yeah, and Girona qualified for Champions League.
Yeah, so PSR is holding them back.
Oh, 100. Because if they were allowed to go and spend, yeah, then that Citigroup would flood it.
Yeah, facts. This Newcastle open negotiations for Mark Guehi.
Hey, that's another player that we should be looking at.
He's a good player.
He'd be a good backup for us.
But he probably wouldn't want to be a backup, bro. He's just had a good Euros, bro. Like, that Euros is kind of his breakout in terms of PR.
Yeah, he was our best player in that Euros. He was easily our best player. He had a great Euros. But yeah, that's a good deal if they get him.
Yeah, 100%. I'd be interested to see how much they're gonna pay for him, because if he's cheaper than De Ligt, I'll be pissed. You know what I mean? I'll be pissed because he's someone that we could have gone and got.
Is he still a Chelsea player, or is he actually at Palace?
No, he's actually at Palace now.
Okay, so Palace are going to make a bit of profit on him then.
Yeah, so I can't remember how much Palace got him for, but Palace are going to want
and Botman at the back. That's a good pair.
They're going to want at least 40 mil, I would assume.
Yeah, that's a good centre back pairing. Guy and Botman, that's not bad at all. Yeah, Botman's decent.
Yeah, well, man, I'm saying Leipzig are not accepting the terms proposed for Dani Olmo. Bro, they probably wanted to pay 60 million over 60 years, bro. They're fucking broke-ass Barcelona, fam. You know, like that. This is what I mean.
Broke, bro. Honestly,
bro, Barcelona fans getting on to me saying, "Oh, Rants, you don't watch Barcelona. We got money." It's like, bro, last time we played you, we smoked you. I don't really care about your club like that. I'll be honest. All I know is, yeah, you had a manager that you couldn't sign because their man was saying that you couldn't even sign your gaffer. So, bro, I don't know where you got your money from, innit? Like, it's just like the game is the game. It's all banter. It's all banter.
Do you know what's funny with Barcelona? Yeah, they're the richest poor club in the world.
Yeah,
look at last year. Yeah, they're signing up players, but they can't register them. Yeah, and then they're having to do clever accounting and all of this. Like, bro, they're finessing it because they're revamping their stadium up to 110k. Yeah, and they're trying to fast track it. I think they've got like 18,000 builders working on it every day, like of the year, bro. Because they want to bring it forward a year. It's supposed to be finished in 26. They want it in 25. Yeah, for the 25-26 season. Yeah, so they're like flooding money into that stadium. Yeah, which is why they're kind of balancing the books. But bro, they're not skin. Yeah, they are not skin. They're going to get rid of Rafinha, I think, this window. He
got linked with you lot, Rafinha.
They're fucking the Brazilian North Side. No thanks.
Bro, you lot get Rafinha, Lee. I'm cooking you, bro. I'm letting you know from now. If ever you man end up getting Rafinha, because you wanted him before he went to Barca, remember?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I actually wanted him as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
At Leeds.
Yeah, he was, but boy, you know what I'm saying? That Bielsa makeup, bro, the same thing he gave Calvin Phillips. I can't lie. So I don't know, bro. If you man end up getting Rafinha on the other end of the flop at Barca, you're dusted. I'll be real.
Do you know what? I think he was the only player to score a free kick in the Copa.
Bro, yeah, no one scores free kicks no more.
Yeah, bro, he's probably had about 400 attempts at free kicks in the last 5 years, and that's the only one he scored. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't want him anywhere near Arsenal. Yeah, he is. He's the Brazilian North Side, lads.
That's fucking funny, man.
No, I don't want him anywhere near Arsenal.
Yeah, Nico Williams decided to stay where he is as well. So that means Barca couldn't agree a fee. That means they ain't got the bread. That's why they've gone for Olmo.
That just means they don't want to pay for him.
I reckon they ain't got the money because he's on a long deal. So it's not like they can wait till next year.
Yeah, he signs. I think he signed a deal midway through last season for 200.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So he's not going to be much cheaper next season. If
so it's like 58 million euro buyout, I think. Plus, he's going to want more than 200, and they've put
and the buyout clause ain't going to change next season. It's still going to be the same.
No. Well, it might change, yeah, because
it might go up even, innit?
Bilbao have put a new contract offer on the table to him.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that's going to now be 100 mil buyout or something stupid, or 150. Yeah. Well, maybe that was his plan all along. Just stay there for another season, yeah, and we'll let you go. Like, do one more year with us. Barca will come in. They'll have more money next summer. We'll let you go to Barca next summer. I don't know. Maybe he's waiting for Arsenal, bro. Maybe it's a different knock when Arsenal come calling something.
Bro, maybe. Look, they're saying Barca don't want to pay more than 50 million fixed for Olmo because that's his release clause next summer.
They'll get him. They'll get Dani Olmo.
They will, but they're just because the player wants to go there. Do you know what I'm saying? But
he came through their academy as well.
So exactly. But yeah, they're doing up installments, bro. And they're saying Wan-Bissaka hijack West Ham now Inter Milan. That's completely fine by me because that means we'll get more money for him. If there's a bidding more for Wan-Bissaka, that's great. More money for us. You know, I don't care where he goes as long as he goes.
So, Inter would be a good move for him.
Yeah, it would. If he goes Inter,
because he's got a chance of winning a title.
If we sell him a McTominay over the weekend, yeah, like by say Monday or something like that, or we sell them both next week, we get a combined 50 odd million for them. That's beautiful.
Plus the Mason Greenwood money.
We got Mason money, we got Kambwala money, we got a little bit for Donny.
Did you get any for Fortune?
Nah, I think he went on a free.
After your scrub manager played him.
Yeah, no, because he played him to try to get him to sign a new deal, and then he didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where I can't lie. 50 million combined for two players that we didn't want is decent. That means we got enough money to obviously get in the free players that we want to get in, and then perhaps we can go in for another one. So
yeah, there's still. I think Man U will sign a few more. I think
I think we'll sign at least
as well, and I think we'll sign one more after that, and you'll be done.
And Ugarte, I think we'll sign one more after that. I think that we're gonna sign 4 more players, and I think 3 of them is probably gonna be Ugarte because United are posturing like they're gonna walk away from the deal because they don't want to pay what. But I think that they're not gonna walk away. I think that they'll find a way.
Their bluff, isn't it?
Yeah, even if it's a loan, they're saying once the Neves thing gets agreed, then they'll be potentially open to letting him go on loan with an obligation. So if we can get him on loan with an obligation, get Delita Mazraoui, I believe we'll have enough money to go and get one more. So I don't know what position that'll be. I don't know who it will be. But
you need another midfielder.
It should be another midfielder.
Yeah, it should be another midfielder, like a creative midfielder.
I agree, but at the same time, yeah, bro, I'll be honest. I'll be happy with just another CM, bro. If them man went out and got Ugarte and Rabiot, yeah, I'd be happy with that. Like, I don't need a needle mover in this window, bro. I really don't. Like, if we're gonna play a different style of football, I just need someone that's gonna come into the team, yeah, and not make it worse. You know, like that. They don't even have to make it out
for the season. Like, where do you expect? Like, as it stands now,
I expect top 3, yeah. With all the signings that we get in, I expect top 3 and trophies. That's what I expect. It's our 3rd season. Like, I'm not of the. I know the manager has put it out there, but I don't subscribe to the fact that we're starting again. Because
no. You're not in phase 1 again, mate. You're in phase 3.
Yeah, because he done an interview with Melissa Reddy, and he was talking about, we're building the foundations. No, we're not building the foundations. This is season 3, big man. Yeah. You know the one. because he
You've
was
already
talking
set the
about
foundations of 2 trophies. Now kick on and do something.
exactly, because he was talking about because she asked him a question. She said, "How do you feel, yeah, about your old backroom staff leaving and then the new ones coming in and this, that, and the other?" And he was saying, "Oh, like we're just building the foundations." Fuck a foundation, bro. This is your 3rd season. I'll be real. Like we're not building foundations. Like you had 2 years to build foundations. You spent a lot of money. This 3rd season, yeah, you need to start doing stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? And it needs to be considerably better than last season.
Yeah, like what you're watching. Like the thing is, you've won 2 trophies, and that's the aim of the game. Yeah, which like I've said it. If Arsenal finished 8th and won a trophy like they did, I was over the moon. Yeah, I was buzzing with that FA Cup. However, the idea of us smashing a stadium down was to compete on all fronts. Yeah, we've not done that. Yeah, but if we finish 6th this season and win a League Cup, I'll take that, and he can carry on because it's a trophy. Because I don't just look at league.
You definitely do need a trophy, but at the same time, I think that you've come too far in the league that taking a big step back in the league's not acceptable anymore.
For most, I see, I get it.
Because you finished 2nd twice, anything below 3rd, in my opinion, is unacceptable. Do you know what I mean? And if you got 3rd, that's got to come with trophies, and then it's okay.
Yeah, 3rd with a trophy.
Yeah,
cool.
Like third with a trophy is better than finishing 2nd with no trophy.
Anything below 1st. Yeah, if we don't finish 3rd, first, we better win a trophy.
Oh, 100%.
Otherwise, he's got to go. He's got to go anyway, bro. Like I don't want him here anyway. Yeah, Inzaghi signed a new deal at Inter for an extra year, so he's there till 26. So at the end of this season coming, he'll have 1 year left. Bro, can't get Inzaghi. If this guy don't win nothing this season, bin him. Yeah, but like the way football fans have been manipulated, as if like a new manager comes in, you have to rip it all up, start all over again. You're in phase 1 again. No, you don't. No, you don't, bro. Look at how many managers over the years have come in, and look at Tuchel at Chelsea. He came in after Lampard, who said they can't win anything, they're not ready to compete, and got them to 6 trophies. 6 finals in 14 months with the same squad, and won 3 of them. Yeah, but people have been duped into believing like if we get rid of Arteta, the new manager's going to come in. We have to sell everybody and start all over again. It's going to take another 5 years.
You don't. Your squad.
You have to tweak it.
Is built in a certain image, and it's just little tweaks that can take you to the next level. And I don't think he's capable of making those.
No,
do you know what I'm saying? So
he don't take the cup seriously, and that is a big problem for me. Yeah, he's trying to go from 0 to 10. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, you won the FA Cup, fair play. But since then, we've not got past the 4th round, bro. 4 FA Cups later, 3rd round, 4th round, 3rd round, 4th round. That ain't acceptable. League Cup, the best finish he's had in the League Cup is a semi. Yeah, Europa League. And when people say, well, we can't compete with Pep. Well, Pep went in the Europa League, mate, and we lost to Villarreal. We lost to Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? We lost to Olympiacos. Pep went in the Europa League them 3 years he was there.
Facts.
Yeah, Champions League, we lost to the worst Bayern Munich team in 12 years. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, and it just winds me up, man. It genuinely winds me up. And it's like this year, he has to win something.
Yeah, but the man will turn around and say that you're being negatively, bro. This is the thing. Trust the process. What fucking process, mate?
Do you know what? Yeah, you've just led me on to something else real quick, right? You know when Fabrizio and Ornstein, all these journalists put out, oh, Arteta or Ten Hag are a major factor in the player signing. Well, I'd expect him to be, mate. He's the manager.
Well, there you go, innit? That's
he
crazy.
Was convinced by the project. Okay, so you have told the player the project. So why don't you tell us the project and the process, and we'll consider backing it? Because obviously you told the players this, yeah. From what they're telling you, you've told the players he was convinced by the project. Tell us what the project is, and I'll consider backing it. Yeah, if the project and process don't exist, bruv. Yeah, the aim of the game is to win. Yeah, and he's obviously the process and the project when you're signing a player is: am I going to get game time? Where am I playing? Yeah, what are my bonuses? What's the wage? That's it. They don't give a shit where they finish in the league, bruv. They just want to know how much they're getting paid and whether they're going to play. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is all waffle.
No, facts. And this to answer this, what if we finish in Champions League places, but we outside, but we win Europa? That means you qualify for Champions League and get a trophy. It depends. It depends. If we finish, what's outside Champions League? 5th. If we finish 5th, yeah, and we play some incredible football, yeah, and we don't finish in the top 4 because the players are kind of getting to grips with the new style of football, but we're playing a good brand of football, and I enjoy watching Man United play, and we win the Europa League, I'll be cool with the manager staying. Do you know what I mean? And that's, again, there's nuances, because if we qualify for the Champions League, yeah, but we're playing sick football, yeah, and I know that in the summer we're going to strengthen again because I trust our recruitment at the moment, I'll be like, all right, cool. We finished 5th. We're balling out. Do you know what I'm saying? We're still not quite there, but we're balling. In the summer, we'll bring in some better players. And then we go into the Champions League and we can actually do something. Then I'm okay with that. But what I'm not okay with is us playing shit all season and then salvaging a trophy at the end, like what we done last season. And then people saying 8th in the trophy is acceptable. It's not fucking acceptable. If we play good football and we finish behind Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, for instance,
Spurs, maybe
Spurs or Chelsea, I don't really want to finish behind. I don't want to finish behind Spurs or Chelsea, really, because they both got
behind Chelsea. Oh my days!
Chelsea have got new managers and they've spent, even though they spent loads of money, I'm not really rating what they're doing at the moment.
Yeah.
Say we finish behind Spurs because Ange's playing some unbelievable football. Cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Cool. But then we have to be playing some great football, yeah, as well. I can't just accept, yeah, stinking the place out and salvaging the Europa League at the end to make the season look better than it is. And every time I watch Man United, I'm falling asleep. I can't do that. Do you know what I mean? It very much depends on the football. If I see good football and I see that we're actually moving the right way, then cool, he can stay, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because everything that's built around him with Van Nistelrooy and Rene and with Wilcox and with all these other guys, they're trying to do something. If I can see what they're doing with my eyes, I will give it time. If I can't see what's going on, get him the fuck out and give the job to Rude, or go and fucking bring someone else in, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Injuries are not an excuse this year. He's not allowed to have that one. He's not allowed to have that excuse anymore. He's not allowed to have the excuse of, oh, it's not my squad. I've seen quotes from Ten Hag saying, I'm confident when I have my squad, or when I have this squad. You spent loads of money, bro. I'm not trying to hear this when I have my squad.
He signed up new players to new contracts as well.
Ange never had his squad last season, and Ange Postecoglou, yeah, was playing a certain brand of football.
Bro, 6 finals in 14 months without any of his own players.
Bro, Glasner never had his squad at Crystal Palace. He came in, didn't sign anyone, yeah, and was balling out.
Arteta never had his squad when he won the FA Cup.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't want to hear when I have my squad 3 years into the job. I don't want to hear none of that, bro. I think I'm being fair. Do you know what I'm saying? I think I'm being very fair.
But nobody clipped this shit, bro. Yeah, nobody clipped this because you've been positive, and you have been positive. Yeah, you and Said have both been very positive this summer. Yeah, but nobody clips that shit, bro. Not that you give a fuck, yeah. Like maybe you do, yeah. But
listen, I'd rather people didn't clip me at all, whether it was positive or negative, because I'm not getting paid for it.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear it.
I'd rather they didn't clip me at all. Do you know?
But at the same time, if they are clipping, I look at it the other way. If they are clipping it, they're putting it out to people that might not have known my channel, bro. Then they come and watch it and go, "Yo, actually, you speak."
But that's exactly what is actually happening. That's why the numbers keep going up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Who is this guy? Let me go and check his channel. Oh, actually, fucking hell, he speaks sense.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, you're being way too positive, Rants. This is disgusting behavior, mate.
Yeah, but Lee, bro, like if you look at all the things, yeah, that I've been clipped for, yeah, when people were getting outraged, it was the same kind of thing. I hate the direction my club's going in. This is what it was. But now I'm cool with the direction we're going in. So I'm positive because I can actually see that these men are trying to win. And my biggest problem was I didn't think my team were trying to win.
Yeah, as soon as you got the hierarchy sorted, yeah, you have been pretty positive 90% of the way.
Yeah, for sure.
So as soon as Barada came in, Wilcox, Ashworth, all that lot came in, which was like when it was all officially done with everyone, was about, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, since then, you have been, every time we've done shows, you've been like, yo, I'm liking what we're doing right now.
Since these guys are coming, I've seen Wilcox come in and make an instant impact. I've seen Ashworth come in and get straight to business. Barada come in straight to business and get us Lenny Euro when we all thought he was going Real Madrid. Our owners are talking about fucking building a new stadium. They're already working on the training ground. I'm seeing all these things happen. For me to sit here and pretend that these men ain't doing nothing is just disingenuous at this point. I've seen Ruud Roy come in. I've seen Rennie Harke come in. I've seen the Vivell brother come in as well.
He was at Chelsea, wasn't he? He was at Chelsea,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
he was at Chelsea and he was at the Red Bull Group before. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've seen all of these changes that they give me an idea that we're trying to do shit. And then we went and took that kid off you lot. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's down to Wilcox.
Yeah, exactly.
Come here.
But this is the point. So these men are showing me that we're moving the way we're supposed to be moving. And they so far, they're keeping their end of the bargain. Them man was saying best in class, and that's what they're doing. So
yeah, off field, they are the best in class, but now you've got to do best in class on field.
There you go. Like off the field.
And I think it's with your income, with your revenue streams, like with the squad that you've currently got, I don't think it's anywhere near good enough to win a title.
It's not.
But at the same time,
they're going to try and assemble one. They're going to try and assemble one. If the fact that they're assembling one of the best setups off the field in the league,
yeah,
what's on the field is going to have to mirror that at some point, bro.
Yep, it's there. It's going to have to balance at some point. But yeah, somebody said, yeah, Philby said fast track. Yeah, they are being fast tracked because they've got proper people off the pitch.
Bro, they're bringing in first team coaches to be assistants, bro. You know,
but that also tells you, that they're planning for if he does
100%.
To walk straight in.
100%, bro. But come on, bro.
Oh, we'll give it to Steve McLaren. He's got the Jamaica job, isn't he?
Yeah, but bro, look at it though. Look at Man City. They had Maresca and Arteta. So, and they're both first team coaches now. So the right way to do it is bring in people that have expertise, as the number 2 instead of just yes men. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Zidane was number 2 to Ancelotti and to Jose, I believe. So it's one of them things where having a head coach as a number 2 is really what the best in class are supposed to be doing. You have the best guys for the jobs. You can afford to pay the wages. So why have a number 2 that's just collecting cones when you have someone that can contribute?
Yeah, why have a Steve McLaren just sitting there that ain't really got an input because that egg, dismissed everything. Do you remember how many times I said to you last season, Steve McLaren's trying to talk to him, he was just ignoring him.
Yeah, bro. Steve McLaren was
ignoring him.
Steve McLaren was there because he knew the club. That's why he was there.
That's it. Yeah, he knows the club. That's it. Yeah, it was the same when you brought Johnny Evans back in. I was like, what the fuck are you bringing him in for? But you know what? It's actually worked. Yeah, because he has played at that club before, and he's played in an era where you were dominating. Yeah, and he gets what it means to play for Man U. So now he can teach some of the other players, some of the other foreign players, the younger players. Yeah. And he carries himself. This is like a Luka Modric at Madrid. They're like a Cruz at Madrid. When the younger ones come in, they set the standard. Yeah.
100%. And you need that. Yeah, you need that. You need that. Even Johnny Evans, he's coming out. He spoke about Van Nistelrooy and about the impact he's having and stuff like that.
Same with Van Nistelrooy.
All the players love him.
Yeah, Van Nistelrooy, Johnny Evans. Yeah. Who was the other lad you had there? He's gone now, the coach. What was his name? Benny McCarthy.
Benny McCarthy, yeah.
Yeah, Benny McCarthy, he would understand what it is to play at Man United. You know what I'm saying? Like, 100%. What it is to represent Man United. Yeah. But it's like when you've got Van Nistelrooy in there, and you've got Johnny Evans in there, even though one's a player, one's a coach now, or an assistant, whatever. Bro, when you walk in there, there's instant respect for them too. So now you're going to go in there as a young player. Garnacho's been brought down a peg, trust me. Yeah, because he ain't going to act the way he acted last season with Van Nistelrooy being there. He might have got away with it.
But also, I think because it's Ahmad's breakout season as well, it's going to change the dynamic there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like even the dynamic with Rashford. Rashford looks like a new man in pre-season. Sancho's back, and also just the whole environment feels different. Like even when I'm watching the interviews with the manager, even his body language is completely different now. The last couple of years, he was walking around with his chest up, kind of like.
Now he knows he's got the guns in the back of his head, bro. Yo, you have to deliver.
Yeah, bro. It was like he was walking around like he was the main character for the last 2 years, and now he's a lot more like subdued, and I don't mind it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because now he understands that he has to perform, and he's not the main character no more. He's
looking over his shoulder. He's got Van Nistelrooy ready to take his job.
He's part of a structure now. He understands that it's not about him no more. And I don't mind that. So even when I watch him, even when I watch how he's articulating himself, the way he answered the Sancho question is the most telling thing that you could ever see.
Yeah, because he's been asked that in the last 2 press conferences.
Yeah, and he's literally said, "Yo, we're cool. We both know what time it is," and he's kind of fucked it off and said, "Yeah, listen, move on. We're good." Like, do you know what I'm saying? And he would have never done that before. So same with Casemiro. Like, even the way he's handled in the media, someone's obviously said something to him and told him, "Yo, listen, we deal with things in house, innit?" And
Yeah,
that's
the reason
exactly
he's
how we're
got the
meant to do it.
captain's armband, and that's not just because Bruno's not there at the minute.
Exactly, because he could have given it to
somebody
Scott,
said
he
to
could
him,
have given
"Yo, this
it to
guy's
someone
won
else.
5 Champions Leagues, mate. What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah, when Bruno comes back, obviously he's going to be captain.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it would not surprise me one bit, within the next 12 months if Bruno ain't at that football club. Would not surprise me one bit. I guarantee.
I don't think he's getting a new deal, Lee. He's 30 this year and he's past his best. I don't think he's getting a new deal. Not under this regime. And if they give him a new deal, it's going to be a little smelly 1-year extension. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think this regime is going to give him the new deal. And yeah, man, I'm just cool, bro. I'll be honest. I'm so happy with what they're doing. Like, it just is what it is. Like, at least now I got a rough idea of what these men are trying to do, and that's all I wanted. That's all I fucking wanted. Even the fact that Højlund got injured, and instead of playing Wheatley up front, he played Sancho in the false 9. So that shows me that like he's trying to play a false 9 system. He understands that the out and out striker thing running in behind doesn't work. At least there seems to be some sort of method to the madness. Do you know what I'm saying?
Adapting. He's adapting. But
yeah,
that's
what I wanted.
He's got people around him now that are in his ear. Yeah, and bro, it's almost like when you've got no competition in your job, no matter what job it is, you get comfy.
Yeah, of course.
And then all of a sudden you realize, oh shit, they've now brought in 2 or 3 men that can replace me. Yeah, now I better get to work. Yeah, but you're always the sitting duck. Yeah, because no matter what you do, at some point you're going to F up and there's 3 men ready to take your job. Yeah, so now he's now working under pressure, which he's not had in the 2 years he's been there.
That's what I mean. When I got my owner coming out and telling Luke Shaw not to pull a hamstring, before the final, bro, that shit like that makes me comfortable. Like, do you know what I mean? When I see stuff like that, then it means that he understands what the streets are saying. Like, he knows, innit? Luke Shaw's a liability. So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? We got the right guy. We might have the right guy. So you get me? You lot run up the likes, man. You already know. You lot have been sick, bruv. Over 800 likes. Let's see if we can get those back up. Make sure you subscribe to Lee Gunner as well. Obviously, the 100K club. You know what I mean? I'm closing in.
They told me 3 months to review for the plaque, bruv. Twice they've told me that now.
Review what? What's man talking about?
There's a backlog on plaques. Even though I'm in the I think there's only 40,000 people with 100K, bruv. Yeah, but apparently there's a backlog on plaques. Like, there's a limited amount of people that can review it. They reviewed the tick and got that real quick. Yeah, but the plaque, apparently there's a 3-month backlog to review it.
That's crazy.
But they wouldn't give me the tick without giving me the plaque. So I know that's pattern, but it's going to take 3 months apparently.
That's mad. Fair enough.
It was long though. I can't lie. Yeah, it was long because I didn't realize I had to do a certain thing to get the tick and the review. I thought they just did it. Yeah. So
so you have to apply.
Yeah, I'll tell you how to do it. Yeah. Bro,
all right, fair.
It's long. It was long. Yeah, because I just thought, they review it and boom.
Yeah, I thought they would just activate something and they'll just post it automatically. It doesn't work.
You have to reply for that shit, bro.
All right, fair enough. All right.
Yeah, how far off are you? You're less than a K now. Come on.
Yeah. How much am I? I'm on. Yeah, I'm closing in on 99.1, I believe. Yeah, I'm less than 50 away from 99.1. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit that in August. Yeah. So big up everyone who's live that we can redirect to, people, and make sure you subscribe to Gunner if you haven't already. You know what time it is, bruv. Solid show as usual. But
Carefree Lewis is live. I don't know how long he's been live for, but he's live.
Yeah, cool. Lewis
also came live in about 40, but Lewis is live now.
They're perfect. We'll hit up Lewis then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get in his chat as well, blood, because I see the minerals thing, blood, with the AI stunt. You know the ones.
You cracked me up. Yeah, I watched your show. Yeah, with Flawless. Yeah, you had me in tears. Yeah, and then man came out and said it was AI as well, bro.
Brother, I told him to say it, bro. Like, bro, if I was him, I'd have said the same.
You know what? To be fair, yeah, I'll say this real quick. My missus is waiting for me. Yeah. Right? I'll say this real quick. None of their faces are on camera.
But that's why I said, I would say it's AI, because no face, no case. if in doubt, bro, do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, listen, AI is gonna take a lot of jobs, but it's gonna save a lot of jobs too. You know what I
bro,
mean?
I'm worried about this AI, bro. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, we could get put in some naughty situations.
Nah, not really. You know why? Because, bro, I'll be real. Yeah, like I do everything face to camera in it. So if you don't see my face, you can assume it's not me.
Facts.
You know, like that. And this
Yeah,
is
but
what.
even then, bro, they can still do it like with your face on there.
Nah, come on, man. Nah, it's not that. Do you know what I
Nah,
mean?
they can't get the original, bro. They can't get the original. It's
This
on
is
the
it.
channel. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but
Nah,
yeah, I man said I'm defending. I ain't trying to defend him, bro. Like if he said it, he said it. Yeah, I don't know, innit? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it sounded mad. I can't lie. Yeah, but at
it
the same
sounded
time,
crazy.
so the slowed down version of but at the same time, his face weren't on camera.
Yeah, no, I
And the
hear.
way the guy just palmed it off, that guy rattled him though. I can't lie, bro.
That guy had him. But listen, he had him spitting feathers, Lee, bro. I'll be honest.
But no,
Like,
if he
bro,
said it, he said it. If he said it,
that
he said
brother
it.
wasn't even talking to me, and I was getting wound up listening to it, you know, because he was killing minerals, bro. Like to the
When he
point where if
said
someone
about
was doing that,
you can suck the left and hold the bro.
yeah,
Jesus
bro,
Christ,
nah,
bro.
bro. If someone was
That
trying to
guy was
rattle me
on
like
them.
that, I'll be honest, bro. I would just leave because that was elite
This
level
is why I
ratting.
don't get random people on my shows, yeah, because like, bro, this is why I just get certain people that I know and I can trust on my channel.
I hear it. I hear it,
Because
bro.
at some point, yeah, you're gonna stumble across someone. Yeah, like I did it on my Reacts channel, yeah, and the geezer panned the camera around. Yeah, it was some guy digging out a bird on a pool movement. I was like, what are you doing, bro? I was like, this guy's trying to get. I was like, no, nobody else is coming on the Reacts channel ever again.
Yeah, no.
And this is what they do. This is why I just work with certain people, bro, because at the same time, yeah, like you could get fucked up real quick, yeah. These men, because they'll be nice to you in the chat. Oh, I want to come on and have my say, but really deep down, they don't like you and they'll do anything to get you cancelled. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not saying that's the case with that guy. Yeah,
100%.
With the one on the Reacts channel, when he panned that camera around, oh my days, I was like.
But this is what I mean. We listen. We've put in too much work, Lee, bro, to lose it all for some man idiot. You get me?
Yeah,
so.
Facts. You
get me? Yeah. France Argentina watch along. Yeah, is tonight at what 8 o'clock or something? I think I'm gonna do that still. What channel is that on in the UK?
Got a VIP ticket off of Enzo, bro.
Hey, what channel in the UK is that on? The football.
That probably be ITV4 or something.
France Argentina, bro. That's a derby these days. You know there was there. So, oh no. Man are gonna watch that still. I've already got the graphics made for that, bro. So man just need to double check. Oh, it's on Eurosport. I'll find it anyway. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we're doing that watch along tonight. So I think kicks off at 8. So I'll be back at 7:30, people. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Big up everyone inside. We're gonna redirect to Lewis, and I'll see you guys at 7:30.
I'll take her out.